Capital. Was good to see some of you there. Was good to see some of you there. We did some good work today. Get to work on time. Get to work on time. Hey, full album. Full album. OST. Hello. Good to see you. The full Get to Work OST releasing on YouTube tomorrow, I believe. On my channel. Icarus. The Dunce Hat songs. Some of the Cup songs even. The whole thing coming out in an album on YouTube. I think eventually on Spotify, but on YouTube tomorrow. Pog and also Champ. Jericho's about to be Get to Work after 17 and a half hours. He passed Squeaks' time? All right, I'll tune back in. I'll tune back in when he gets there. Holy. That was so tragic. He just had the biggest fall. Have you seen the dude who's resetting after every sub donation or even follow? I heard about this. I didn't see it. Apparently someone is playing Get to Work and every follow they have to reset. Who is it? Let's all follow right now. Who is it? Link me. We'll ruin their day right now. We will ruin their day right now. Logic Defender? How do I... Twitch. Logic. Are they live? Need an underscore, apparently. Not... What the funk? What the flip? Oh, they're not live. They're not live. They're not live. Oh, this is one word. Logic Defender? Nah, this is mean. Yeah. Most creators hate it when they secretly get a bunch of follows in.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Logic Defender.
Holy hell! How many follows did
He
we
has
just
to
get?
reset
oh
on
my
every
god,
follow.
they're coming in. I think we got 5.
Well,
Closey. So
I'm obviously gonna save my follow until I can really cause an impact. But apparently he's resetting for every follow, sub, cheer, or dono. Not ending stream till I beat the game day 3. That's insane. You will never beat it. If you count follows, you will never beat it. You will do this till you die. All it takes is one person every few hours to give you one follow. No, that's worse than a subathon, bro. That's insane. You will never ever beat it. Okay, which means someone is always playing the game. Think about it, folks. That means someone's always playing the game in the category. That keeps Get to Work flowing. He's down to like 30-minute runs. Oh, he's getting cracked? Oh, he's getting cracked? Still, one fall every half hour is not that insane. I'm gonna tune in and make him reset at VP. Anyway, hey, good to see you all. Happy Monday. You and Jensen still hang? Oh, all the time. All the time. We don't just hang, we Huang. So it's a little joke we have based on his last name. Anyway, in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, the CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, will be appearing live on our screens right here to reveal the new 50 series GPUs and usually a bunch of other cool stuff. The CES keynotes are pretty good. They were a lot of work when I was at Nvidia. It was always very stressful. One thing I'll tell you when we get to it. Let's see how you guys are doing. What time does it start? Like I said, in 30 minutes, 6:30, 6:25. Did you see the Enron egg? I did. Enron. The Enron egg. Brilliant. You know, I was wary about Enron. I was wary. I didn't know if I could trust him. But as the world's most pro-nuclear fan, now that I know they're making a nuclear egg, I'm all in.
They're going to like it now. Because for the first time in history, you can bring the comfort of your living room out into the world. Playing the newest game from your favorite console under the stars is just a whole other experience. But here at Enron, we care about the intersection of technology and nature, which is why I'm proud to announce that Enron has teamed up with FEMA to provide nuclear eggs to rapid response teams all around the globe. All of this made possible by the Enron mining division, which has been sourcing the proprietary enronium ore, which I think you'll agree has unlocked a new atomic age. Because that's what it's all about, folks. Making the world a better place,
console? Yes.
One egg at a time. Thank you.
That's good. Hey, that's good. Thanks, Enron, for doing your part. Making the world a better place. Good God. Oh, no. I just saw Jericho fall again. He just fell again. He's falling farther. He's negative progress. Oh. Bro, he's looking stressed. 17 hours and 38 minutes. He's got to beat it today. I believe. I believe. No! Dude, I got to stop tuning in. Dude, I got to stop tuning in. I got to stop tuning in. I got to stop tuning in. It is just, I'm cursing him. He's legitimately, that's like hours of progress he keeps losing. When is the 10 and Ron come back in stock? I don't know. Soon, I guess. Do you want this one? Ow! I'll sell it to you. Start the bidding at $500. It's got my real, authentic hair sweat in there. 700, 1,000. Do I hear $20 million? I see $20 million. $1 billion then. Oh, wow. $1 billion offer. That's, Atrioc, I'll take it. You give me $500. Okay. You know what? It's the worst offer by far because I lose money, but I like your cojones. I like your willingness to go after what you want and demand a price that you think's fair. I'll give you $1,000 to take it off my hands. No deal. Fuck. Fuck. Giga Chat. Holy Giga Chat, I just got mogged. I just got absolutely mogged. Atrioc, I finally got my Nortel hat today. I made sure to berate the postal worker for striking and delaying my package. I bet you'd be proud. Dude, I am so proud. Yes. Yes. That is awesome. Give money to a streamer and make a regular worker's day worse. You're doing God's work. You're doing your part. That is awesome. Actually, we all look up to other people to do the work for us, but I want to ask you guys, what did you do today to make a minimum wage job worker's life worse? Because if you're not doing your part, it really feels strange to take credit. Like, what did you do? How are you getting out there and making somebody's... I ordered pizza on DoorDash. Did you leave no tip? That's a good start. Did you wait till the pizza already gets there and then complain and then cancel the order? That could also be good.
Needs help on Get to Work. Which endings have you completed on Sekiro? You should try the Gauntlets of Strength to be a true samurai.
I did the Gauntlets of Strength. This is such a dated TTS. I pissed on the Mickey D's floor. All right, a little crass, but I like it. Made a lot of work for other people. Disregarded societal norms. You're doing your part. I went to the grocery store during a snowstorm, and I yelled at the employees for not being staffed enough. Yeah, because that's their fault. It's their fault when the manager doesn't, or the owner of the store doesn't hire more staff. You should blame the person checking out your groceries, like, for taking too long and having too many people. That's good. You are a hero. If only a few more people yell at them, they finally might learn. I left a 1-star review at a restaurant because it was raining. That's good. They should have thought of that. They should have thought of that. I eat my food from a restaurant fully, then ask for a refund because it was bad. Just eat the entire meal down to the last bite. Big A, do you think that Nvidia should partner with McDonald's? I'll have a kid's meal. I needed the and one 5090 Ti. I think Nvidia really needs the sales because nobody wants GPUs. You think Nvidia should partner with McDonald's for distribution? You think the main problem with Nvidia is they don't have enough retail outlets to get the GPUs to people. And people at the drive-thru of McDonald's are going to want to swipe their card for thousands of dollars to buy a GPU. That's a normal thing. Okay, I'm not. I haven't worked there in now 2 years, but I don't remember that being a big problem for us. I don't remember that being a huge. People buy them if they. The problem is we run out of supply. It's not. Times change. Times change. You know what? You're right. What do I know? I took back the tip from my Uber driver because he stopped at red light. I even contacted support for a refund. Good. Good for you. Good for you. That's good. That'll make his day worse. Big Edge saw the thumbnail of the YouTube video instead of watching it for a quick entertaining discussion. I wanted to say this. Glizzy. Thanks, WThan, for enlightening the chat. It's a huge problem because McDonald's GPU sales are extremely low. That's a fact. Listen, I don't know if you could convince Nvidia they need to do it, but you could convince McDonald's for sure. If you come in with a graph to McDonald's corporate and say, "Look, our GPU sales are terrible. They're flat to down." Like, we've sold almost no GPUs at McDonald's in the past 3 decades, and I have a plan to turn that around. You probably could get someone on board. The right graph, you could sell that. They're abysmal. We have abysmal GPU sales here at McDonald's. Did you see that Elon admitted to being Adrian? No, he was joking. Elon Musk is unfortunately not Adrian Dittman. It's a tragedy for the cosmic funniness of the world. And we have to live with it. Or is he? What's up, Squeaks? We racing tomorrow? All right, we in. Cool. You, me, and Adrian Dittman, the big three. Now that I know he's just some fucking incel in Fiji, I'm gonna invite him. I'll invite him to our fucking I'll invite him to anything. He's not busy. You're the J. Cole of the big three. All right, fine, but Squeaks is the Drake. Take from that what you will. Take from that what you will. Okay? Who's the Kendrick? Stans. Stands based. Yeah. Not sure if you remember, but I didn't get the Nvidia mission, but a startup gave me a better offer anyway. Bag clutched, all thanks to your tips, of course, Giga Chad. The Gold Veteran. Thank you. I'm sure it was due to your own efforts, but I'll still take my cut. I'm sure it was all due to your own hard work and dedication to find a job that fit your skills. But because you said that it's legally binding, and now I do own a piece of your salary in perpetuity, and I'll accept it through gifted subs. Just gift. Yeah, it's also shocking to me. I mean, I believe you, but it's shocking to me that you got a better offer from a startup than Nvidia. That's the one thing about Nvidia is the the comp is unbeatable, I think. In my understanding, they're like second in the world on comp. Like it's not, but maybe unless it's OpenAI. Justin Feld, thank you for the 38 months. Comb Master, thank you for the 3 months. Do they have open bar? Nope. No, dude. Nvidia's got no. They have snacks, but not free. Not to get greedy here, but when I was at Twitch, we had free snacks, free drinks, open bar, little game console. You go to Nvidia, it's like it's a place of work. It's like a business. It's like they have free coffee. I don't even drink coffee. Yeah, at Twitch, you got a free MacBook, latest, top of the line. At Nvidia, you get a fucking Lenovo. A Lenovo ThinkPad from like 5 years ago. It's not bad, but you also get $25 million, though, so I guess it all works out. Anyway, we are about 25 minutes out from the Nvidia keynote, which should be pretty cool. I'll talk a little bit about it. I used to work on these. One main thing to know is that Jensen Huang does not do teleprompters. He does not do real rehearsals. He doesn't do planning on it. They do a rehearsal, but it's not with a script. So which is cool for him, very hard for all the teams involved to make sure he's got everything right to say. So it's always very stressful. There's going to be a lot of things they probably have to reveal. The main thing will be the new 50 series GPUs. He's probably going to explain the architecture and how it's better and good, and then sort of use that to justify what is certainly going to be a very high price. I just want to warn you. The price is going to be high because I don't know if I've explained the market dynamics that I am aware of from working at NVIDIA. It's that there is no competition at the highest end. You know, there's like, I could even show you on the whiteboard, Kim. It's like, with GPUs, there's, oh, what the fuck? There's like price bands. All right, so there's like the 90 series. It's like 5090, 5080, 5070. Okay? These are like between, oh, my mic. The 70s are like between 250 and 500. Okay? Somewhere in that range. I mean, this is like historical 70s. This is going to be on the higher end of that range. The 80s are between like 500, 750, maybe even closer to 1,000 now. All right? And then these are like a rack plus. Usually like 1,500 plus now. Around this. And the reason these can charge so much, the highest end, is because it's for only enthusiasts. It's for like Shroud. It's for the people that like, you know, they spend all their money on one whopping amazing gaming PC, and that's like their biggest hobby. And there's no competition. So at the highest end, there really is nowhere else you can go. Just being real. Which is why NVIDIA can charge so much here. Down here in the 70s, 60s, 80s, still kind of overpriced. 70s and 60s are much more reasonably priced. They have a small premium, but they're better. So, 4070 was 550. All right, it's a little up. I'm going through my mental math. Did you see? This was from mine's from the 30 series, what I'm thinking of, and 40. I was there for the 40 launch too, but anyway, so that's the idea. It's like there's the 3 tiers of pricing based on performance, and the highest end is where they give the biggest incremental gains in price. So I assume, based on that logic, that the 90 is going to be insanely expensive this year, probably, and the 90 and the 80 really, and the 70 will be more realistic. They should price it at $5,090. The marketing on that would be insane. Yeah, that would be fucking badass. That would be fucking badass. AMD is competitive at the 70 and below. That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. So on the 70 and below series, there's competition. So NVIDIA's prices there are more reasonable. They're usually a slight premium. Given that they sell better, people want them more. There's greater demand for the NVIDIA brand. People don't trust the drivers of the AMD GPUs. People generally want to go with what works, and they know that NVIDIA works. So, but at the 80 and above is where the price gaps get bigger because there's no competition. What's the reason for using the most expensive ones? I mean, in my research when working there, and we had to make marketing campaigns for the highest end, it's like the people that buy 5090s or the 4090s or the 3090s are hyper enthusiasts. People that really love PC gaming, people that want to have the latest and greatest. They get a lot of satisfaction from opening the menu of a single player game and setting everything to ultra. That is the type of person. They very much enjoy the idea that they can set every setting to max. So we did some campaigns that played off that because that's what works, right? There are others. I mean, again, this is what the Frames Win Games campaign came from. Was like there's some gamers, there's a group of gamers that don't give a shit about that at all. And so that marketing we were doing wasn't hitting them. They only care about performance in competitive multiplayer games. They want perfectly high frame rates. They want everything to be super smooth. They just want to know that they didn't lose at all because of their game. So we did Frames Win Games, which is like about how like rest easy, you know, you're going to have exactly what top gamers have. Everything's set max frame rate. Now, some of these gamers still blame something else, but they're always concerned that like the PC could be holding them back. And so Frames Win Games did quite well. So yeah, it's that. I mean, it's the enthusiast for the high end. But again, what's also important is a thing called like the halo effect, and I'll play the music for it. All right. So the halo effect is like this. Even if you're maybe a low-end purchaser, you know, your budget for a GPU is like 500 or less, whatever, 250 or less. You're never going to purchase the 5090. But seeing marketing of the 5090 increases the chances you buy the 5060 for cheap. Because this gives like a halo effect to the whole stack. It just, people, they associate this. If this is amazing and has high performance and like has beautiful visuals, it's like this looks better. The halo effect comes from the idea that like, the example you'll hear in real life is like, people assume hot people are better at their jobs. People will see somebody hot and think they have other good attributes. They automatically ascribe them, even though they haven't measured any of those things. They've only seen or people will see like a good athlete and assume they're good at something else. Like once they know you're good at something, it gives you a halo effect to everything else. So the 5090 being the top of the stack and the best performance. And that's why it's really important for NVIDIA internally to always have the number one GPU of each generation. The most powerful, best GPU of each generation, they have to have it. because it makes the other ones all look good too. That it helps the whole stat. That's why I ugly max to grind harder. It's kind of like how rich people are better people. Exactly. Exactly. It's like how rich people are better people. I've never heard of ugly maxing, but that's really funny. Like you're reverse mewing. How would you trying to I'm trying to soften the jaw. Trying to soften the jaw. I'm mouth breathing. I've been nose taping. I'm putting my tongue at the bottom of my mouth. Just trying to give an underbite. Just trying to ugly max. Just trying to ugly max. C-Dog play Get to Work. I know, I was in his chat. It was fun. He's pretty good. Coffee 90-minute before I wake up. How are you sleep drinking coffee? Now that's Sigma. Banger tweet here. What's this? Okay. Well, I was going to wait. We don't have a lot of time, but I'll talk about it real quick. Justin Trudeau resigned today. Where the fuck is the little video I took? Right here. Here it is.
I intend to resign as party leader, as prime minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
So if you don't follow Canadian politics, good for you. Sincerely. Good use of your time. But this is essentially what happened with Biden, where the rest of his party was so confident he would lose that he was causing all other people connected to him to be dragged down like an anchor, that they basically have like forced him out. Essentially, this is essentially what happened with Biden and Kamala, where it's like after the debate, Biden was such a confident loss that everyone kind of teamed up internally to like get the fuck out. And that's what's essentially happening with Justin Trudeau. He is deeply, deeply, deeply unpopular in Canada, even among his own party, really. He's like historic lows in approval rating and absolutely was going to get swept in the upcoming election. So he's out. He's resigned. They're going to try and find a new candidate with what he called a deep, serious search. He'll be prime minister for a few more months while they do that, and then someone else will come in. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is a bit of a spoiler for a presentation that I'm doing really soon. Doesn't matter who they put up. Pierre Poilievre is going to be the next prime minister of Canada. I'm just, that's what's going to happen. But they're going to try their best. And the idea is that it'll help other people in the party do better if his name is not attached to it, because he is poison right now in Canada. Now, listen. He's probably overly, I mean, like all politicians, because they're the face, he gets overly blamed for problems that are global. However, I want to say this. If you really look into it, he's been in power for, first of all, a long time. 2015 till now, it's 10 years. And Canada has gotten seriously worse. So at best, he's asleep at the wheel. At best, he's asleep at the wheel. I mean, he's done a bad job. There's no getting around it. He's done a bad job. Canada's, on many, many, many measures, backsliding. Housing affordability has never been worse. Cost of living, terrible. Canadian bankruptcies, high. Really high. Like, catastrophically high. Food insecurity, homelessness. Like, it's all bad, right? So, even if it wasn't his intention on some of these things, he has not done a good job. You can't blame it all on one leader, but I don't see why Canadians wouldn't want to vote him out. He tried his best, Big A Sag. It seems to me, and again, you know, if you're a Canadian, maybe you hear about it all the time and you know more, but it seems to me like he just enjoyed the idea of being a president. He liked the jet setting around and talking to world leaders, and I don't get the idea that he like enjoyed the serious fucking aspects of running a country. You know, like making hard choices. He just liked the fun parts of it. Is immigration that bad in Canada? It had a massive spike, similar to America and some other countries, over COVID. COVID was a big destabilizer in immigration, where the normal Canadian norm of immigration, which was Canada was extremely tolerant to immigration compared to many other countries. The spike in COVID was drastic, and kind of broke that system down and broke that goodwill down. And by the way, you know, at the same time, again, I like this example a lot because I think it opens people's minds a little bit more. There's a really good paper that I read that covered the Italian American experience in America, and it talks about again how American people broadly had a really positive view of Italy, and then 2 million Italian immigrants showed up, and then the opinion of Italy tanked. And it's because when you mix in the economic competition, people become more racist. I'll just be honest with you. People become more, they don't handle it well. They don't handle it with grace. And Canada, at the same time as they're getting massive housing spikes, is also getting massive immigration. They can't, it's hard for people to untangle that and handle it with care. It's just not, and you got to be ready for that as a leader. You got to be fucking, yeah, it's the speed of change. It's all of it. So anyway, that's what's happening. And Canada's pissed. Canada's deeply unwell and deeply pissed and yearning for a change. Whether this guy will be able to do it, Pierre Poilievre, I'm skeptical, but we'll see. You know, I mean, the thing is, people are rightly saying, we got to try something else. That's what they're saying all over the world. They're saying we got to try something else. I know 3 Canadians: a Spectacor, Drake, and Northern Lion. That's the big 3. That is the big 3. Wait, it's 620. It's 620. Wait. Where is this? I'll make sure I'm not missing it. I want to make sure I'm not missing it. Nvidia. It'll build up, I'm sure. All right. Anyway. Now, it is worth saying that since the time that I worked on these, Nvidia has become the second most valuable company on Earth, and it's primarily due to AI, not gaming. They really are not even close to the gaming company that they're an AI company now. Gaming is a small piece. So this will be about gaming, but I wonder how much of his heart will be in it. He's got bigger, I mean, whether this goes well or not is like such a small rounding error now on Nvidia's future and income and everything compared to where it was before for Jensen. I'm sure he'll mention AI features in gaming. One cool thing I'm hoping to see is I know they built some cool stuff for like AI conversations with characters, where it can create on-the-fly replies instead of just scripted dialogue. I think they were working on something like that. We'll see what they have. Let's see what kind of products they have. Obviously, the big reveal will be the new GPUs, but you think they'll make them cheaper than usual? No, I don't. No. They're more dominant than before. They are more ahead than they were before in the marketplace of GPUs. People, I think on Steam, the number of Nvidia GPUs is maybe it broke 90%. I think the prices will go up. The prices will go until Intel and AMD get their act together, especially at the high end. Nvidia prices will go up. That's just the fucking long and short of it, dude. DLSS is incredible. DLSS is incredible. It's an incredible tech. The link. I mean, I'm saying the lines from my job. G-Sync monitors are incredible. They link with NVIDIA GPUs to get a high refresh rate. Frames truly win games. Do you still make every GPU by hand? No, I had to teach an H-1B worker how to do it. And then I had to leave. It's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. LMA, my 4090 just broke today. User error. Sorry, but user error. User error. This should start here in 6 minutes, I think. Is Jensen still going to take it out of the oven? I hope so. That was really cool when he did that. Oh, anyway, we were talking about Canada. And the reason we're talking about Canada is because I wanted to show this tweet. Wait. I wanted to show this tweet. Yeah, right here. Justin Trudeau. Well, there goes my chance to run again. Not like I can change who I... This shoe polish under Trudeau's bed. A little blackface round 2? Imagine he... Round 3, really. I'm sorry. Imagine he runs it back. It would be just crazy enough to work. Not gonna lie, I would respect him more if he committed to the bit. You would respect Trudeau more if he stepped down from his prime ministership, put on brown face and a turban, and then ran again under a fake name, like the Rodschiller type thing. You would respect him more. You think that would earn your vote if he committed? What do you mean committed? I'm not sure that would earn my respect personally. I feel like that would actually earn my ire. Trudeau and Austin show. Trudeau, Austin show ticket. And they both go back to... There's something there. There's something there. There's something there. Not something that'll win the elections. But there's something. There's something. How much further do you think Netflix live streaming events will put them ahead of the others? Bro, I'm going to talk about this. I think it's actually really smart. Actually, dude, you're kind of squeezing me early here. No, that's like for information. I was thinking of a stone, you know? Whatever. Don't. What I'll say is I think Netflix is not just winning, but has won the streaming. I think the streaming wars are no longer really being fought. It's like the War of the Five Kings, dude. It's over. It's Joffrey won. Netflix has won, and they continue to leapfrog the pack. Can you imagine if the Jake Paul Tyson fight had been good? It already got a gazillion views and discussion with it being the worst fight of all time. Imagine if it had been good. Netflix is so ass, though. You're right. Well, you're not. I mean, you're right in general, but it's by design. People want ass. People want content they can put on and not think about. They would like background noise. They would like something you could watch while they're on their phones. And Netflix has recognized that first and most effectively and reaped the rewards. Netflix has had an incredible turnaround, stock price wise and growth wise, since they first had their little bit of stalling growth in the middle of the wars. Oh, fuck. Is it starting? Nope, 1 minute. Hey, Trick, I'm staying outside the Capitol right now. Where are you? I was there earlier. We already did it. We were in and out. I raided the shit out of that place. I stole Nancy Pelosi's stock trading files. I'm gonna make a fortune. Yeah, Squeaks is there. How was your January 6th? Did we stop the steal? It's more like a tradition for fun. You know, I just sort of break things around the Capitol. Just for the spirit of it. I didn't want nothing got stolen. Pause the steal. If anything, I wanted the steal to start a little bit so that I could stop it. Is there music on this? Late! Moo! Moo, Jensen Huang, moo! Late! TikTok, we're all waiting. Dude, I remember. So, the first one of these keynotes I worked on was for the 20 series, and it was in Germany after Gamescom. And we flew out a bunch of YouTubers and streamers to sit there and watch the keynote. And then Jensen, with no script, proceeded to ramble on the intricate details of how RTX shading works for an hour plus. Before, like, he did a little bit of gaming reveals and they were like, oh, and then started fucking deep diving. Everyone there was getting so bored. I mean, I was stressed and I was interested and I was trying to make it all, but like, you could, all the creators, they don't know what the fuck's going on. And they're like pulling out their phones or like falling asleep on tables. Yeah, he's talking about, yeah, rasterization versus, yeah. So we'll see what I mean, by the 30 series, we pre-filmed it, so it was way more polished. That was the one with the oven and everything. That one did great. Does he rehearse? It's a non-scripted rehearsal. So it's like, there's like a run of show, the order of things, and he sort of... He's a good speaker? He's a great speaker. No, he's one of America's best CEOs because he actually knows a lot about the product. But it's still tough to plan for from a marketing POV. It's not an ad. It's an ad for you to invest in Jensen Huang. Yeah, he's an engineer. And he's also a founder, and he's been with the company from the beginning. It just doesn't... He's not some MBA they brought in to fucking... You know, it's not like Intel or fucking Boeing. Just like Elon. Elon's not a founder, to be clear. Yeah, and also you can sign titties with the best of them. So it's a real ballad of skills. Bro, this needs to start. Elon is better because he's richer? Fuck, you're right. I got checkmated yet again. Dude, I forgot. It's so obvious, but when you put it like that, it's so true. Elon is not just better, he's many, many, many times better than broke-ass Jensen Huang, who has like, what, 9 billion? Broke, dude. Not even close to 500. He's got 130 billion. All right. That's a little more respectable. It's actually a lot more respectable. But man, it's insane because I think I remember checking his net worth at Nvidia and it was 9 billion. So he's fucking moon. He's fucking moon. But still 3 times as broke. Pocket watching? Oh, I pocket watch. I pocket watched. Oh, we're starting.
CES isn't just about what's next. It's about what's possible. And when technology and humanity intersect, the answer is anything. That's because tech doesn't just solve challenges. It transforms them into opportunities.
Okay.
It helps us move smarter, live healthier, and experience the world in ways we never thought possible.
Yeah, it's going to solve all
We
problems.
are not just here for a tech event. We're here to connect, to solve, to discover, together. Tech isn't just advancing, it's uniting. Bringing us closer to an autonomous future. Connecting us to better care. Making life more connected, more dynamic, and more human. Today's challenges demand bold solutions. And CES is where they start to take shape. Breakthroughs in sustainability,
promo and not Nvidia,
advancements to help feed our growing world. This week isn't just a stage for breakthroughs, it's the spark for discovery. Every screen, every pixel, every part of the tech you will see here showcases the extraordinary potential of human ingenuity meeting technological power. Now we begin this celebration of what connects us, has the power to solve our greatest challenges, and offers endless
How about like an
possibilities
app
we're yet to discover. Right
that
here, right now.
monopolizes
The world
my attention.
is watching. So let's dive in.
That would be a dope invention.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CES 2025. I'm Gary Shapiro, CEO and Vice Chairman of the Consumer Technology Association, the producer of
Bro's
CES,
a regular
and
Steve
I am
Jobs.
so thrilled to kick off this show with a keynote by one of the most consequential companies in the world. Nvidia exemplifies the cutting-edge
Nvidia?
innovation we celebrate at CES. And
Bro,
founder and
say it
CEO
right,
Jensen
what
Huang
the
is a
fuck?
true visionary.
It's your first
demonstrating
keynote
the
speaker?
power of ideas,
You don't get the company
technology,
right, it's the second most
and
valuable company
conviction
on
to
earth,
drive
dipshit.
innovation and reshape our industry and our society.
Nvidia.
I always like to say that if I'd listened a little bit more closely the last time Jensen spoke at a CTA event, I could have retired already. But over the past 3
Everyone's
decades,
talking
he has
stock.
established NVIDIA as a force driving change across the globe in industry.
I'm pausing. I feel like, I know I say this all the time, but man, there's so many signs that are so similar to this fucking book. Like, there's like a switch chapter. When people start talking about stock all the time and like, oh, I could have, it's like fucking crazy. They never used to talk about the stock. If the first thing you think of when thinking NVIDIA is the stock, that's like, if that's all anyone knows about is the stock and not like what it does, that's crazy. That's like
ranging
bubble
from
times.
healthcare to automotive and entertainment. Today, NVIDIA is pioneering breakthroughs in AI and
Doesn't even know how to
accelerated
say the
computing
company's
that
name.
touch nearly every person and every business. Thanks to his leadership, NVIDIA's innovations enable advanced chatbots, robots, software-defined vehicles,
Yeah, they're in my chat right now.
huge virtual worlds,
Say hi,
hyper-synchronized
Jensen
factory
Huang bots.
floors, and so much more. Wang has been named the world's best CEO by Fortune
True.
and The Economist, as well as one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world. But you know, the fact is, like for all of us in this room, our success and his success was not preordained. Jensen started out working at a Denny's as a dishwasher
Facts.
and a busboy, so be nice to them in the future. And he said that the lessons he's learned there, the value of hard work,
Amazing.
humility, and hospitality, are what helped him keep the faith and persevere through some of NVIDIA's early challenges. In just a few minutes,
Yeah, that's kind of impressive. But Elon Musk once did a shift in his father's emerald mine. And if that's not a more difficult upbringing, I don't know what is. Working at Denny's is practically a fucking free ride.
we'll hear from NVIDIA founder and CEO Jensen Huang on his unwavering vision of the future and where we're headed next. Stay tuned and have a great CES.
All right.
Welcome to the stage, NVIDIA founder and CEO, Jensen Huang.
Welcome to CES!
Look at that jacket.
Are you excited to be in Las
Gucci,
Vegas?
Dior.
Do you like my jacket? I thought I'd go the other way from Gary Shapiro. I'm in Las Vegas after all. If this doesn't work out,
Is that
if all of you
crocodile?
object, well, just get used to it. I really think you have to let this sink in. In another hour or so, you're going to feel good about it. Well, welcome to NVIDIA. In fact, you're inside NVIDIA's digital twin.
How about that?
And we're going to take you to NVIDIA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NVIDIA.
Oh, back to work.
You're inside our digital twin. Everything here is generated by AI. It has been an extraordinary journey, extraordinary year, and it started in 1993.
Ready, go!
Oh,
With
shit.
NV1, we wanted to build computers that can do things that normal computers couldn't. And NV1 made it possible to have a game console in your PC.
How about that?
Our programming architecture was called UDA, missing the letter C until a little while later, but UDA, Unified Device Architecture. And the first developer for UDA and the first application that ever worked on UDA was Sega's Virtual Fighter.
Virtual Fighter.
6 years later, we invented, in 1999, the programmable GPU. And it started 20 plus years of incredible advance in this incredible processor called the GPU. It made modern computer graphics
Well, the
possible.
4080 was not.
And now, 30 years later,
Okay, sure, yeah.
Sega's Virtual Fighter is completely cinematic. This is the new Virtual Fighter project that's coming. I just can't wait. Absolutely incredible. 6 years after that, 6 years after 1999, we invented CUDA so that we could explain or express the programmability of our GPUs to a rich
This was
set of
genius.
algorithms.
This
that
is
could
why
benefit
they're
from it.
so richly valued.
CUDA initially was difficult to explain, and it took years, in fact. It took approximately 6 years. Somehow, 6 years
CUDA
later,
put these nuts in your
6
mouth?
years later or so,
I'm banning you, Squeaks.
2012, Alex Karshevsky, Ilya Sutskever, and Jeff Hinton discovered CUDA, used it to process AlexNet, and the rest of it is history. AI has been advancing at an incredible pace since. Started with perception AI. We now can understand images and words and sounds. To generative AI, we can generate images and text and sounds. And now, agentic AI. AIs that can perceive, reason, plan, and act. And then the next phase, some of which we'll talk about tonight, physical AI, 2012. Now, magically, 2018,
2012.
something happened that was pretty incredible. Google's Transformer was released as BERT, and the world of AI really took off. Transformers, as you know, completely changed the landscape for artificial intelligence. In fact, it completely changed the landscape for computing altogether.
Okay.
We recognized properly that AI was not just a new application with a new business opportunity, but AI, more importantly, machine learning enabled by transformers, was going to fundamentally change how computing works. And today, computing is revolutionized in every single layer.
Sure.
From hand coding, instructions that run on CPUs to create software tools that humans use. We now have machine learning that creates and optimizes neural networks that processes on GPUs and creates artificial intelligence.
Where's the gaming?
Every single layer of the
but
technology
it's going to be a lot of AI.
has been completely changed. An incredible transformation in just 12 years.
All of this
Well,
is to cheat on my test.
We can now understand information of just about any modality. Surely you've seen text and images and sounds and things like that.
Sure.
But not only can we understand those, we can understand amino acids, we can understand physics. We understand them, we can translate them, and generate them. The applications are just completely endless. In fact, almost any AI application that you see out there, what modality is the input that it learned from? What modality of information did it translate to? And what modality of information is it generating? If you ask these three fundamental questions,
Can I
just about
ask it
every
a
single
physics
application
question and
could be
generate an image of Sonic smoking
inferred.
weed?
And so when you see
That answers the
application after
physics question?
applications that are AI-driven, AI-native, at the core of it, this fundamental concept is there. Machine learning has changed how every application is going to be built, how computing will be done, and the possibilities beyond. Well, GPUs, GeForce, in a lot of ways, all of this with AI is the house that GeForce built. GeForce
is the
enabled
gaming
AI
brand of Nvidia.
to reach the masses. And now
If it has the GeForce brand, that means it's
AI
about
is
gaming.
coming home to GeForce. There are so many things that you can't do without AI. Let me show you some of it now.
So he's talking about gaming now. The following footage is rendered in real time using an RTX Blackwell. Sheesh! Celeste 2? Now I'll play it. It's time to silk song. Can't see the FPS counter. Standard material, lame. RTX material, way less memory. Pog. Text to animation? RTX neural faces. I mean, pretty insane in real time, right? That all looks really good.
Was real-time computer graphics. No computer graphics.
It's funny because that game would cost $200 million and get outsold by Balatro in, in 1 second.
Researcher, no computer scientist would have told you that it is possible for us to ray trace every single pixel at this point. Ray tracing is a simulation of light. The amount of geometry that you saw was absolutely insane. It would have been impossible without artificial intelligence. There are two fundamental things that we did. We used, of course, programmable shading and ray traced acceleration to produce incredibly beautiful
Bro, she's taking a
pixels.
photo.
But then we have artificial intelligence be conditioned, be controlled by that pixel to generate a whole bunch of other pixels. Not only is it able to generate other pixels spatially, because it's aware of what the colors should be, it has been trained on a supercomputer back in Nvidia, and so the neural network that's running on the GPU can infer and predict the pixels that we did not render. Not
I mean,
only
DLSS
can,
is truly
can we
amazing.
do that, it's called DLSS. The latest generation of DLSS also generates beyond
Because it lets you get frame
It can
rates and
predict the
quality
future,
that you couldn't get on your machine
generating
before.
3
Like
additional
way higher.
frames for every frame that we calculate. What you saw, if we just said 4 frames of what you saw, because we're
not
going to
mad. It's
render
not
one
mad, it's
frame
just
and
the facts.
generate 3. If I said 4 frames at full HD, 4K, that's 33 million pixels or so. Out of that 33 million pixels, we computed only 2. It is an absolute miracle that we can computationally using programmable shaders and our ray tracing engine, to compute 2 million pixels and have AI predict all of the other 33. And as a result, we're able to render at incredibly high performance because AI does a lot less computation. It takes, of course, an enormous amount of training to produce that.
Yeah, but once it's
Once
trained.
you train it, the generation is extremely efficient.
Yeah, it's based.
So this is one of the incredible capabilities
DLSS
of
is
artificial
like-
intelligence, and that's why there's so many amazing things that are happening. We used GeForce to enable artificial intelligence, and now artificial intelligence is revolutionizing GeForce.
Just to explain real quick, I mean, DLSS is they run the game on a supercomputer and they train an AI on it to know what it should look like. And then DLSS can run on your shitty machine and upscale everything to look way better, but at a high frame rate. That's what it is. So you can play at way higher graphics than higher settings you normally could. And it's incredible. It's fucking awesome. And it improves a lot of people's gaming experience.
Everyone, today we're announcing our next generation, the RTX Blackwell family. Let's take
Fit
a look.
check on Jensen Huang. He looks good. The Croc skin's a little gaudy, but it's not cloud gaming. No, it's not cloud gaming. DLSS runs off your GPU. There's no lag either. It's not lag. It might, especially at earlier DLSS, has a little bit of blur, but there's no lag. Okay. Same blower design as the last gen.
Here it is. Our brand new GeForce RTX 50 series Blackwell architecture. The GPU is just a beast. 92 billion transistors, 4,000 tops, 4 petaflops of AI.
4,000 tops?
3 times higher than the last generation Ada. And we need all of it to generate those pixels
You
that
can
I
get
showed you.
4,000 tops?
380 ray tracing teraflops so that we could, for the pixels that we have to compute the most beautiful image you possibly can. And of course, 125 shader teraflops. There's actually a concurrent shader teraflops as well as an integer unit of equal performance. So 2 dual shaders. One is for floating point, one is for integer. G7 memory from Micron, 1.8 terabytes
So
per second.
better ray
twice the
tracing performance
of our
and better
last
AI
generation.
performance.
And we now have the ability to intermix AI workloads with computer graphics workloads. And one of the amazing things about this generation is the programmable shader is also able to now process neural networks. So the shader is able to carry these neural networks.
It's going to cost a lot.
And as a result, we invented
Let's hear the price.
neural texture compression and neural material shading. As a result of that, you get these amazingly beautiful images that are only possible because we use AIs to learn the texture, learn the compression algorithm, and as a result, get extraordinary results.
What's the price, Jensen?
This is the brand new RTX Blackwell 5090. Now, even the mechanical design is a miracle. Look at this, it's got 2 fans. This whole graphics card is just one giant fan. You know, so the question is, where's the graphics card? It's literally this big. The voltage regulator design is state-of-the-art, incredible design. The engineering team did a great job. So here it is. Thank you.
Could I save money just by blowing on it like, and then you could sell me without the fan?
Okay, so those are the speeds and feeds. So how does
I
it
could
compare?
just buy the chip individually and then
Well,
to keep it cool.
this is RTX 4090.
Pre-watched.
I know. Many of you have one.
Yep. I
know
do.
it. Look, it's $1,599. It is one of the best investments you could possibly make. For $1,599, you bring it home to your $10,000 PC entertainment command center. Isn't that right? Don't tell me that's not true. Don't be ashamed.
I mean, maybe it's CES, bro, but
It's
not for all the
liquid-cooled.
viewers. Not everybody's got
Fancy
a
lights
Star
all
Wars.
over
I don't
it.
even have a 10K PC, bro, and I'm fucking
You
streaming.
lock it when you leave. It's the modern home theater. It makes perfect sense. And now for $1,500 and $1,599, you get to upgrade that and turbocharge the living daylights out of it. Well, now with the Blackwell family, RTX 5070, 4090 performance at $549.
Whoa! 5070 though, it's the 70. This is the 70. This is the 70. But 4090 performance
Impossible
is pretty
without
crazy.
artificial intelligence. Impossible without the 4 teraops of
That's the 70. Wait for the
AI
80 and the
tensor
90.
cores. Impossible without the G7 memories.
But 4090
Okay, so
performance, 549 is crazy.
5070, 4090 performance, $549, and here's the whole family. Starting from 5070 all the way up to 5090. 5090,
Okay, so
twice
it's
the
up.
performance of a 4090.
It's 2 racks. It's 2 racks.
Starting, of course, we're producing at very large scale, available.
I'll say 5080, that's pretty good. What was the 80 series? What was the 4080? What was the 4080? Cam? Oh, I'm covering the 70. You already know what the 70 is. You already saw it. Yeah, 4080 launched at 1200, dude. This is a fucking this is progress.
Ability starting January. Well, it is incredible, but we managed to put these in gigantic performance GPUs into a laptop. This is a 5070 laptop. For $1,299, this 5070 laptop has a 4090 performance.
Dude, can I say this?
I think
So it's funny. Nvidia doesn't actually make laptops, right? We just sell the GPUs and the ability to include them to other makers. And we can't use anybody's actual laptop design. So we always had to use these fake looking renders that look like I don't know, some weird MacBook hybrid. We always had to use these. I'm saying we when I did these. Yeah, we had to use these. When you saying fucking we? Yeah, I worked there for 5 years and we had to use these. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. So, we had to fucking use these. Yes, these fucking renders. Which was, they're fake. They're just like there's not a real laptop.
there's one here somewhere. Let me show you this. This is look at this thing. Here, There's only so many pockets. Ladies
Dude,
and
that's
gentlemen,
thin.
Janine Paul. So can you imagine? You got this incredible graphics card here, Blackwell. We're going to shrink it and put it in there. Does that make any sense? Well, you can't do that without artificial intelligence. And the reason for that is because we're generating most of the pixels using our tensor cores. So we ray trace only the pixels we need, and we generate, using artificial intelligence, all of the other pixels we have. As a result, the energy efficiency is just off the charts. The future of computer graphics is
That's not a fake laptop. That's
the
a real
fusion of
branded
artificial
partner
intelligence
laptop.
and
I don't know what
graphics.
I don't know what brand.
And what's really amazing,
maybe Asus, but the one in the picture's fake.
Oh, here we go. Thank you. This is a surprisingly kinetic keynote. And what's really amazing is the family of GPUs we're going to put in here. And so the 5090 will fit into a laptop, a thin laptop. That last laptop was 14.9 millimeters. You got a 5080, 5070 Ti, and 5070. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the RTX Blackwell family.
2 racks for a 5090.
Well, GeForce brought AI to the world, democratized AI. Now AI has come back and revolutionized.
Best investment you can make.
Let's talk about artificial intelligence. Let's go to somewhere else at NVIDIA. This is
They added
literally
trees?
our office. This is literally NVIDIA's headquarters. Okay, so let's talk about AI. The industry is chasing and racing to scale artificial intelligence. And the scaling law is a powerful model. It's an empirical law that has been observed and demonstrated by researchers and industry over several generations.
Is he talking about Moore's Law again?
And the scaling law says that the more data you have, the training data that you have, the larger model that you have, and the more compute that you apply to it, therefore, the more effective or the more capable your model will become. And so the scaling law continues. What's really amazing is that now we're moving towards, of course, and the internet is producing about twice the amount of data every single year as it did last year. I think in the next couple of years, humanity will produce more data than all of humanity has ever produced since the beginning. And so we're still producing a gigantic amount of data, and it's becoming multimodal. Video and images and sound.
Shitty tweets and furry porn.
All of that data could be used to train the fundamental knowledge, the foundational knowledge of an AI. But there are, in fact, 2 other scaling laws that has now emerged. And it's somewhat intuitive. The second scaling law is post-training scaling law. Post-training scaling law uses techniques like reinforcement learning, human feedback. Basically, the AI produces and generates answers based on a human query. The human then, of course, gives a feedback. It's much more complicated than that, but that reinforcement learning system with a fair number of very high-quality prompts causes the AI to refine its skills.
Okay.
It could fine-tune its skills for particular domains. It could be better at solving math problems, better at reasoning, so on and so forth.
Can you teach you how to say
glizzy? It's essentially
glizzy?
like having a mentor or having a coach give you feedback.
Because if not, you'll never beat my chat.
And so you get tests, you get feedback, you improve yourself. We also have reinforcement learning AI feedback, and we have synthetic data generation. These techniques are rather akin to, if you will, self-practice. You know the answer to a particular problem, and you continue to try it until you get it right. And so an AI could be presented with a very complicated and a difficult problem that is verifiable functionally, and it has an answer that we understand, maybe proving a theorem, maybe solving a geometry problem. And so these problems would cause the AI to produce answers, and using reinforcement learning, it would learn how to improve itself. That's called
Bro is teaching a class.
Post-training requires
Just say
an enormous
stock
amount of
price up,
computation,
and then
but
shoot a
end result
firework, and the crowd will
produces
cheer.
incredible models. We now have a third scaling law, and this third scaling law has to do with what's called test time scaling. Test time scaling is basically when you're being used. When you're using the AI has the ability to now apply a different resource allocation. Instead of improving its parameters, now it's focused on deciding how much computation to use to produce the answers it wants to produce. Reasoning is a way of thinking about this. Long thinking is a way to think about this. Instead of a direct inference or one-shot answer, you might reason about it. You might break down the problem into multiple steps. You might generate multiple ideas and
like
evaluate. You know, your AI system would evaluate
humans
which
I know,
one
but
of the
like
ideas
smart
that
humans.
you generated was the best one. Maybe it solves the problem step by step, so on and so forth. And so now test time scaling has proven to be incredibly effective. You're watching this sequence of technology and all of these scaling laws emerge as we see incredible achievements from ChatGPT to O1 to O3, and now Gemini Pro. All of these systems are going through this journey step by step of pre-training to post-training to test time scaling. Well, the amount of computation that we need, of course, is incredible. And we would like, in fact, that society has the ability to scale the amount of computation to produce more and more novel and better intelligence.
So they got to buy more
Intelligence, of course,
GPUs
is the
from
most
you, huh?
valuable asset that we have, and it can be applied to solve a lot of very challenging problems. And so, scaling law. It's driving enormous demand for NVIDIA computing. It's driving an enormous demand for this incredible chip we call Blackwell. Let's take a look at Blackwell. Well, Blackwell is in full production.
That's funny.
It is
Dude, the gaming part is just over. And he's talking about how, hey, we're going to sell a fuck ton of GPUs to big tech companies. That's the whole. Based on scaling laws, they're going to need fucking 60 trillion of these more every year, and we're going to sell a fuck ton.
Incredible what it looks like. So first of all, there's some, every single cloud service provider now have systems up and running. We have systems here from about 15 computer makers. It's being made about 200 different SKUs, 200 different configurations. They're liquid-cooled, air-cooled, x86, NVIDIA Grace CPU versions, NVLink 36 by 2, NVLink 72 by 1, whole bunch of different types of systems so that we can accommodate just about every single data center in the world. Well, these systems are being currently manufactured in some 45 factories. It tells you how pervasive artificial intelligence is and how much the industry is jumping onto artificial intelligence in this new computing model. Well, the reason why we're driving it so hard is because we need a lot more computation. And it's very clear that Janine? You know, it's hard to tell.
All right, what's
I
clear?
want to reach your hands into a dark place. Hang on a second. Is this a good idea? All right.
They're clapping. Oh, he's got the shield.
Wait for it. Wait for it. I thought I was worthy.
Is it a hammer?
Apparently, Yonir didn't think I was worthy. All right. This is my show and tell. This is a show and tell.
Oh, he's just doing a reference.
This NVLink system, this right here, this NVLink system, this is GB200 NVLink 72. It is 1.5 tons, 600,000 parts. approximately equal to 20 cars. 120 kilowatts.
Based. I got 20 cars on my rack.
It has a spine behind it that connects all of these GPU together. 2 miles of copper cable. 5,000 cables. This is being manufactured in 45 factories around the world.
And what do you sell it to Zuckerberg
We build
for?
them, we liquid cool them, we test them, we disassemble them, ship them in parts to the data centers because it's 1.5 tons. We reassemble it outside the data centers and install them. The manufacturing is insane. But the goal of all of this is because the scaling laws are driving computing so hard that this level of computation, Blackwell over our last generation, improves the performance per watt by a factor of 4. Performance per watt by a factor of 4, performance per dollar by a factor of 3. That basically says that in one generation, we reduce the cost of training these models by a factor of 3. Or if you want to increase the size of your model by a factor of 3, it's about the same cost. But the important thing is this. These are generating tokens that are being used by all of us when we use ChatGPT or when we use Gemini, use our phones in the future. Just about all of these applications are going to be consuming these AI tokens. And these AI tokens are being generated by these systems. And every single data center is limited by power.
He still
And
got the
so
shoe.
if the perf per watt of Blackwell is 4 times our last generation,
then that means everybody who just bought the last generation of GPU racks from us needs to buy a whole new upgrade right now. I'm looking at you, Amazon. I'm looking at you, Meta. I'm looking at you, Microsoft.
then the revenue that can be generated, the amount of business that can be generated in the data center is increased by a factor of 4. And so these AI factory systems really are factories today. Now, the goal of all of this is so that we can create one giant chip. The amount of computation we need is really quite incredible. And this is basically one giant
big chip.
If we would have had to build a chip, here we go. Sorry, guys. You see that? That's cool.
Is that the
Look at
seizure
that.
they're
Disco
warning?
lights in here. All right. If we had to build this as one chip, obviously this would be the size of the wafer, but this doesn't include the impact of yield. It would have to be probably 3 or 4 times this size. But what we basically have here is 72 Blackwell GPUs or 144 dies. This one chip here is 1.4 exaflops. The world's largest supercomputer, fastest supercomputer, only recently, this entire room's supercomputer only recently achieved an exaflop plus. This is 1.4 exaflops of AI floating point performance. It has 14 terabytes of memory, but here's the amazing thing.
Bro, all of this to generate like Will Smith eating spaghetti. Like on demand for millions of people around the world. All of this so you can cheat on your homework, bro.
Memory bandwidth is 1.2 petabytes per second. That's basically the entire internet traffic that's happening right now. The entire world's internet traffic is being processed across these chips.
Nobody has to write an essay
And we
ever
have,
again.
130 trillion transistors in total, 2,592 CPU cores, whole bunch of networking. And so these, I wish I could do this. I don't think I will. So these are the Blackwells. These are our ConnectX networking chips. These are the NVLink, and we're trying to pretend about the NVLink spine, but that's not possible, okay? And these are all of the HBM memories, 14 terabytes of HBM memory. This is what we're trying to do, and this is the miracle. This is the miracle of the Blackwell system. The Blackwell dies right here. It is the largest single chip.
That's his watch, dude. Look at his wrist.
But yet, the miracle is really
ice on his wrist, bro. He got a big ass rolly. Stay broke.
System. Well, the goal of all of this, of course,
Paddock
so
on his wrist doing front flips, dude, for real.
Boy, is there a chair I could sit down for a second? Can I have a Michelob Ultra?
Oh, shit. The champagne of beers?
How is it possible that we're in the Michelob Ultra Stadium? It's like coming to NVIDIA and we don't have a GPU for you.
Plenty of people missed NVIDIA and wanted a free GPU.
So we need
no.
an enormous amount of computation because we want to train larger and larger models. And these inferences used to be one inference, but in the future, the AI is going to be talking to itself. It's going to be thinking. It's going to be internally reflecting, processing. So today, when the tokens are being generated at you, so long as it's coming out at 20 or 30 tokens per second, it's basically as fast as anybody can read. However, in the future, and right now with GPT-01, you know, with the new Gemini Pro and the new the 01, 03 models, they're talking to themselves, reflecting, they're thinking. And so, as you can imagine, the rate at which the tokens could be ingested is incredibly high. And so we need the token rates, the token generation rates, to go way up. And we also have to drive the cost way down simultaneously so that the quality of service can be extraordinary, the cost to customers can continue to be low, and AI will continue to scale. And so that's the fundamental purpose,
Cool.
the reason why we created NVLink. Well, one of the most important things that's happening in the world of enterprise is agentic AI. Agentic AI basically is a perfect example of test time scaling. AI is a system of models. Some of it is understanding, interacting with the customer, interacting with the user. Some of it's maybe retrieving information from storage, a semantic AI system like a RAG. Maybe it's going on
It's
to
a VTuber.
the internet. Maybe it's studying a PDF file. And so it might be using tools. It might be using a calculator.
Huh?
And it might be using a generative AI to generate charts and such. And it's taking the problem you gave it, breaking it down step by step, and it's iterating through all these different models. Well, in order to respond to a customer in the future, in order for AI to respond, it used to be ask a question, answer starts spewing out. In the future, you ask a question, a whole bunch of models are going to be working in the background. And so test time scaling, the amount of computation.
Is wild. The ability to prompt and then create a VTuber or even a human-looking person speaking in a full presentation on any subject is essentially here. Which is wild.
Used for inferencing is going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof because we want better and better
VTuber
answers.
TED Talks? I mean, it
Well,
could be human-looking TED Talks.
To help
yeah, you can
the
create a TED Talk
industry
about
build
anything.
agentic AI,
You can already have
our
it generate a
go-to-market is
podcast
not
about
direct to
anything you
enterprise
want.
Customers. Our go-to-market is we work with software developers in the IT ecosystem to integrate our technology to make possible new capabilities, just like we did with CUDA libraries. We now want to do that with AI libraries. And just as the computing model of the past has APIs that are doing computer graphics or doing linear algebra or doing fluid dynamics, in the future, on top of those acceleration libraries, CUDA acceleration libraries, we'll have AI libraries. We've created 3 things for helping the ecosystem build agentic AI. NVIDIA NIMs, which are essentially AI microservices all packaged up. It takes all of this really complicated CUDA software, CUDA DNN, Cutlass, or TensorRT-LM, or Triton, or all of these different really complicated software, and the model itself, we package it up, we optimize it, we put it into a container, and you could take it wherever you like. And so we have models for vision, for understanding languages, for speech, for animation, for digital biology, and we have some new exciting models coming for physical AI. And these AI models run in every single cloud because NVIDIA's GPUs are now available in every single cloud. It's available in every single OEM. So you could literally take these models, integrate it into your software packages, create AI agents that run on Cadence, or there might be ServiceNow agents, or they might be SAP agents, And they could
Nobody
deploy
wants
it
AI
to
to
their
replace
customers and
humans?
run it wherever the customers want to run the software.
Ask your boss.
The next layer is what we call NVIDIA
Ask your
NeMo.
boss what he thinks about that.
NeMo is essentially a digital employee onboarding and training evaluation system. In the future, these AI agents are essentially digital workforce that are working alongside your employees.
Alongside.
Doing things for you
Wink.
on your behalf. And so the way that you would
Alongside,
bring these
understood.
specialized agents into these special agents into your company is to onboard them, just like you onboard an employee. And so we have different libraries that helps these AI agents be trained for the type of language in your company. Maybe the vocabulary is unique to your company. The business process is different. The way you work is different. So you would give them examples of what the work product should look like. And they would try to generate it, and you would give a feedback. And then you would evaluate them, so on and so forth. And so that, and you would guardrail them. You say, these are the things that you're not allowed to do. These are the things you're not allowed to say. And we even give them access to certain information. Okay, so that entire pipeline, digital employee pipeline, is called NeMo.
Digital
In a lot of
employee
ways,
pipeline.
The IT department of every company is going to be the HR department of AI agents in the future. Today, they manage and maintain a bunch of software from.
Is he
from the
surprised
IT
no one's
industry.
cheering?
In the future,
That's
they'll
dystopian.
maintain, nurture, onboard, and improve a whole bunch of digital agents and provision them to the companies to use.
He's saying this
And
at
so
CES. Half the people
your
there
IT
will lose their
department is
jobs.
gonna become kind of
Half
like
the people here are
AI
tech
agent
journalists.
And on top of that, we provide a
He's literally preaching to a bunch of tech journalists like their bosses can replace their jobs. That's crazy. Why aren't you guys cheering? Why aren't you guys fucking losing
whole
it?
bunch of blueprints that our ecosystem could take advantage of. All of this is completely open source, and so you could take it and modify the blueprints. We have blueprints for all kinds of different types of agents. Well, today we're also announcing that we're doing something that's really cool and I think really clever.
Oh.
We're announcing a whole family of models that are based off of Llama, the NVIDIA Llama Nemotron language foundation models. Llama 3.1 is a complete phenomenon.
Did you guys ever see Emperor's New Groove? No, that's a llama. You know what I'm saying? That's a llama I can get behind. Nobody complained about that llama. Just generally brought happiness.
The download of Llama 3.1 from Meta,
I wonder if we could fuse
650,000 times, something like that. It has been derived and
Yzma
turned
did.
into other models, about 60,000
You're
other
right.
different
Yzma
models.
did complain about that llama. You
It is
actually got a good
singularly
point.
the reason why just about every single enterprise and every single
It's actually a
industry
good point.
has been activated to start working on AI. Well, the thing that we did was we realized that the Llama models really could be better fine-tuned for enterprise use. And so we fine-tune them using our expertise and our capabilities, and we turn them into the Llama Nemotron suite of open models. There are small ones that
Llama
interact in,
Nemotron.
very, very fast response time, extremely small. They're what we call super Llama Nemotron supers. They're basically your mainstream versions of your models. Or your ultra model. The ultra model could be used to be a teacher model for a whole bunch of other models. It could be a reward model, evaluator, a judge for other models to create answers and decide whether it's a good answer or not. Basically give feedback to other models. It could be distilled in a lot of different ways. Basically, a teacher model, a knowledge distillation model. Very large, very capable. And so all of this is now available online. Well, these models are incredible. It's number one in leaderboards for chat, leaderboard for instruction, leaderboard for retrieval. So the different types of functionalities necessary that are used in AI agents around the world, these are going to be incredible models for you. We're also working with the ecosystem. All of our NVIDIA AI technologies are integrated into the IT industry. We have great partners and really great work being done at ServiceNow, at SAP, at Siemens for industrial AI. Cadence is doing great work. Synopsys is doing great work. I'm really proud of the work that we do with Perplexity. As you know, they revolutionized search Yeah, really fantastic stuff. Codium,
Okay, chat.
every software engineer in the world. This is going to be the next
Okay.
giant
Okay.
AI application. Next giant AI service, period, is software coding. 30 million software engineers around the world. Everybody is going to have a software assistant helping them code.
We can get that number
if
down
not,
to
obviously
a
you're
third.
You're going to be way less productive and create lesser good code. And so this is 30 million. There's 1 billion knowledge workers in the world. It is very, very clear AI agents is probably the next robotics industry and likely to be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. Well, let me show you some of the blueprints that we've created.
He says he's taking questions
and
at
some
the
of
end.
the
I
work that
didn't
we've
hear.
done with our partners with these AI agents.
AI agents are the new digital workforce, working for and with us. AI agents are a system of
I keep saying with us. Bro, if a company can find an H-1B worker to do it for half the price, they'll replace you. Let alone if they can find a robot that works for essentially free. I mean, once you upfront cost.
models that reason about a mission, break it down into tasks, and retrieve data or use tools to generate a quality response. NVIDIA's agentic AI building blocks, NIM pre-trained models, and NeMo framework let organizations easily develop AI agents and deploy them anywhere. We will onboard and train our agentic workforces on our company's methods, like we do for employees. AI agents are domain-specific task experts. Let me show you 4 examples. For the billions of knowledge workers and students, AI research assistant agents ingest complex documents like lectures, journals, financial results, and generate interactive podcasts.
So I have tried this. It's insane. It's insane. You just toss a PDF in there. It generates a podcast that sounds like 2 humans. It legitimately, can I remind me after this, I want to show you one. I want to show you an example. It's insane. It sounds like 2 humans and it explains the whole thing for you.
Podcasts for easy learning.
By combining a UNet regression model with a diffusion model, CoreDiff can downscale global weather forecasts down from 25 kilometers
Are they going
to
to give
2
them
kilometers.
faces?
Developers, like at NVIDIA, manage software security AI agents that continuously scan software for vulnerabilities, alerting developers to what action is needed. Virtual Lab AI agents help researchers design and screen billions of compounds to find promising drug candidates faster than ever. And Video Analytics AI agents, built on an NVIDIA Metropolis blueprint, including NVIDIA Cosmos Nematron vision language models, Llama Nematron LLMs, and NeMo Retriever. Metropolis agents analyze content from the billions of cameras, generating 100,000 petabytes of.
I want to be like Morgan Freeman and Batman, having my 600,000 AI agents all tasked to post hate speech on Twitter. Just about every streamer other than me, okay? Just constantly. I'm going to be sitting there scanning the internet.
Video per day. They enable interactive search, summarization, and automated reporting, and help monitor traffic flows, flagging congestion or danger. In industrial facilities, they monitor processes and generate recommendations or improvement. Metropolis agents centralize data from hundreds of cameras and can reroute workers or robots when incidents occur. The age of agentic AI is here for every organization.
Workers or robots.
Okay. That was the first pitch at a baseball game. That was not generated.
Bro, the applause is so light. I think people are legitimately scared.
I just felt that none of you were impressed. Okay, so AI was created in the cloud and for the cloud. AI is created in the cloud for the cloud. And for enjoying AI on
He's
on
legitimately
phones, of
talking
course,
about
it's
it like
perfect.
everyone should be super
Very,
stoked,
very
but
soon,
this is
we're gonna
clearly
have a
only beneficial
continuous
to
AI that's going to be with you. And when you use
the
those Meta
owners.
glasses, you could, of course, point at something, look at something, and ask it, whatever information you want. And so AI is perfect in the cloud. It was created in the cloud. It's perfect in the cloud. However, we would love to be able to take that AI everywhere. I've mentioned already that you could take NVIDIA AI to any cloud, but you could also put it inside your company. But the thing that we want to do more than anything is put it on our PC as well. And so, as you know, Windows 95 revolutionized the computer industry. It made possible this new suite of multimedia services, and it changed the way that applications was created forever. Windows 95, this model of computing, of course, is not perfect for AI. And so the thing that we would like to do is we would like to have, in the future, your AI basically become your AI assistant. And instead of just the 3D APIs and the sound APIs and the video APIs, you would have generative APIs for 3D, and generative APIs for language, and generative AI for sound, and so on and so forth. And we need a system that makes that possible while leveraging the massive investment that's in the cloud. There's no way that the world can create yet another way of programming AI models. It's just not going to happen. And so if we could figure out a way to make Windows PC a world-class AI PC, it would be completely awesome. And it turns out the answer is Windows. It's Windows WSL2. Windows WSL2. Windows WSL2 basically is two operating systems within one. It works perfectly. It's developed for developers, and it's developed
developers.
So that you can have access to bare metal. WSL2 has been optimized for cloud-native applications. It is optimized for, and very importantly, it's been optimized for CUDA. And so WSL2 supports CUDA perfectly out of the box. As a result, everything that I showed you with NVIDIA NIMS, NVIDIA NeMo, the blueprints that we develop that are going to be up in ai.nvidia.com, so long as the computer fits it, so long as you can fit that model, and we're going to have many models that fit, whether it's vision models or language models or speech models or these animation digital human models, all kinds of different types of models are going to be perfect for your PC. And it would, you download it, and it should just run. And so our focus is to turn Windows WSL2, Windows PC, into a target first-class platform that we will support and maintain for as long as we shall live. And so this is an incredible thing for engineers and developers everywhere. Let me show you something that we can do with that. This is one of the examples of hundreds of millions of PCs in the world with Windows, and so we could get them ready for AI. OEMs, all the PC OEMs we work with, just basically all of the world's leading PC OEMs, are going to get their PCs ready for this stack. And so AI PCs are coming to a home near you.
What'd they say?
Linux is good. Okay, let's talk about physical AI. Speaking of Linux, let's talk about physical AI. So, physical AI. Imagine, whereas your large language model, you give it your context, your prompt on the left, and it generates tokens one at a time.
Bro, I mean,
to produce
you got to read the room a bit.
That's basically how it works. The amazing thing is this model in the middle is quite large, has billions of parameters. The context length is incredibly large because you might decide to load in a PDF. In my case, I might load in several PDFs before I ask it a question. Those PDFs are turned into tokens. The basic attention characteristic of a transformer has every single token find its relationship and relevance against every other token. So you could have hundreds of thousands of tokens, and the computational load increases quadratically.
Mr. Huang, sir, I have one question. This is Atrioc from Atrioc News. Will these tokens that you keep talking about, can I use them at Chuck E. Cheese? Thank you for your time. Love your work.
And it
Just
does
hoping he's
this,
gonna
all of the parameters,
answer
all of
my
the input
question.
sequence, process it through every single layer of the transformer, and it produces one token. That's the reason why we needed Blackwell. And then the next token is produced when the current token is done. It puts the current token into the input sequence and takes that whole thing and generates the next token. It does it one at a time. This is the transformer model. It's the reason why it is so,
Now, these are fungible
so
tokens.
incredibly effective, computationally demanding. What if, instead of PDFs, it's your surrounding? And what if, instead of the prompt, a question, it's a request? Go over there and pick up that, that box and bring it back. And instead of what is produced in tokens as text, it produces action tokens. Well, that I just described is a very sensible thing for the future of robotics. And the technology is right around the corner. But what we need to do is we need to create the effectively the world model of, as opposed to GPT, which is a language model. And this world model has to understand the language of the world. It has to understand physical dynamics, things like gravity and friction and inertia. It has to understand geometric and spatial relationships. It has to understand cause and effect. If you drop something and falls to the ground, if you poke at it, it tips over. It has to understand object permanence. If you roll a ball over
like
the
a
kitchen
baby.
counter, when it goes off the other side, the ball didn't leave into another quantum universe. That's still there. And so all of these types of understanding is intuitive understanding that we know that most models today have a very hard time with. And so we would like to create a world, we need a world foundation model. Today we're announcing a very big thing. We're announcing Nvidia Cosmos, a world foundation model that is designed, that was created to understand the physical world. And the only way for you to really understand this is to see it. Let's play it.
Nvidia Cosmos.
Nvidia Cosmos. Nvidia Cosmos. Nvidia Cosmos, the world's first world foundation model. It is trained on 20 million hours of video. The 20 million hours of video focuses on physical dynamic things. So dynamic nature themes, humans walking, hands moving, manipulating things, things that are fast camera movements. It's really about teaching the AI, not about generating creative content, but teaching the AI to understand the physical world. And with this physical AI, there are many downstream things that we could do as a result. We could do synthetic data generation to train models. We could distill it and turn it into effectively the beginnings of a robotics model. You could have it generate multiple physically based, physically plausible scenarios of the future, basically do a Doctor Strange. You could, because this model understands the physical world, of course, you saw a whole bunch of images generated. This model understanding the physical world, it also could do, of course, captioning. And so it could take videos,
now, he called me for it.
He asked me incredibly well.
We're close personal friends. He called me.
And the video could be used to train large language models, multimodality large language models. And so you could use this technology to use this foundation model.
Can it guess how many jelly beans are in a jar?
As well as large language models. And
There's
so
no
the
computer
Nvidia
that's powerful enough to do
Cosmos.
that.
The platform
that's human
has
only.
An autoregressive model for real-time applications, has diffusion
That's the
model
one thing
for
we'll be
very
good at in the future
high-quality
is jelly
image
bean guessing.
generation. It's incredible tokenizer, basically learning the vocabulary of real world, and a data pipeline so that if you would like to take all of this and then train it on.
It can definitely do that. No, I'm being dead serious. It can't. Can't do it. Impossible. Thanks for disagreeing with me, though. Impossible. It's one thing they can't do it. In the future, only things humans can do is jelly bean guessing. Thanks for pointing that out. You're really smart.
On your own data, this data pipeline, because there's so much data involved, we've accelerated everything end to end for you. And so this is the world's first data processing pipeline that's CUDA accelerated as well as AI accelerated. All of this.
Can
is
it
part of the
gaslight a chatter?
Cosmos
No, that's my
platform.
one
Today
thing.
we're announcing that Cosmos is
God,
open
I hope not.
licensed. It's open available on GitHub. We hope that this moment, and there's a small, medium, large for very fast models, mainstream models, and also teacher models, basically not knowledge transfer models. Cosmos World Foundation model being open, we really hope will do for the world of robotics and industrial AI what Llama 3 has done for enterprise AI. The magic happens when you connect.
You know what's annoying about this presentation? He talked about gaming way too much. There was way, way, way too much gaming shit. It's like, fucking talk about AI for once. Can we hear at least one fucking thing about AI? I'm sick of these game releases. I'm sick of the graphic. I want to hear about AI.
Cosmos to Omniverse. And the reason fundamentally is this.
I,
Omniverse
like most of you, own a big factory. And I want to know how I can train the robots in my
Not
factory.
physically grounded, but physics grounded. It's algorithmic physics.
So, like, tell me about
physics
that.
Simulation grounded system. It's a simulator. When you connect that to Cosmos, it provides the grounding, the ground truth that can control and to condition the Osmos generation. As a result, what comes out of Osmos is grounded on truth. This is exactly the same idea as connecting a large language model to a RAG, to a retrieval augmented generation system. You want to ground the AI generation on ground truth. And so the combination of the two gives you a physically simulated, a physically grounded multiverse generator. And the application.
So for AI to learn what it's
really
like to kiss,
exciting.
it's going to have to kiss
And
some
of course,
chatters.
for
Who volunteers?
robotics, for industrial applications.
If it's going to get
it is
ground
very, very
truth
clear.
on what
This Cosmos
a big
plus
smooch feels like.
Omniverse plus Cosmos represents the
When are
third
you gonna have to kiss
computer
the AI?
that's necessary for building robotic systems. Every robotics company will ultimately have to build 3 computers. The robotic system could be a factory, the robotic system could be a car, it could be a robot. You need 3 fundamental computers. One computer, of course, to train the AI. We call it the DGX computer to train the AI. Another, of course, when you're done, to deploy the AI. We call that AGX. That's inside the car, in the robot.
This is the Consumer Electronics Show? Are you telling me as a consumer you're not going to buy a $50,000 to $250,000 server rack to train to train a multi-step AI system?
Stadium or whatever it is, these computers are at the edge and they're autonomous. But to connect the two, you need a digital twin. And this is all the simulations that you were seeing. The digital twin is where the AI that has been trained goes to practice, to be refined, to do its synthetic data generation, reinforcement learning, AI feedback.
Yeah, they do this for self-driving.
So it's the digital twin of the AI. These 3 computers are going to be working in a...
You know, like, for example, you'd get let's say you have a self-driving car you want to test and you put it on an actual road. So it can drive, 60 miles an hour or whatever. It can drive a certain number of miles a day. But if you recreate the city digitally and make a digital copy of the car and let it train itself in the virtual world, it can drive 600 million. You could do 1 million tests. And so they've been doing that to train self-driving much faster. They also do it, in manufacturing to train robots. And that's the idea.
Proactively. NVIDIA's strategy for the industrial world, and we've been talking about this for some time, is this 3-computer system. Instead of a three body problem.
MKBHD could do it faster. Only in a school zone.
We have a 3-computer solution. And so it's the NVIDIA robotics. So let me give you 3 examples. All right, so the first example is how we apply all of this to industrial digitalization. There are millions of factories, hundreds of thousands of warehouses. That's basically it's the backbone of a $50 trillion manufacturing industry. All of that has to become software defined. All of it has has to have automation in the future. And all of it will be infused with robotics. Well, we're partnering with Keon, the world's leading warehouse automation solutions provider, and Accenture, the world's largest professional services provider, and they have a big focus in digital manufacturing. And we're working together to create something that's really special. And I'll show you that in a second. But our go-to-market is essentially...
So some people are saying goodbye jobs. I do want to say it's interesting because the digitization of factories is actually theoretically going to allow a lot of manufacturing to return to America because they don't have to pay so many workers. Right? It's like a choice between, you make it in America or you make it. It's all being made in China right now. So the idea is that they can use digital factories to have fewer total workers and make it in America. Not that really matters if there's no jobs from it, but the idea is that it's cheaper, you have a safer supply chain, you're not reliant on...
essentially the same as all of the other software platforms and all the technology platforms that we have through the...
But it's more robots replacing China, if anything.
Ecosystem partners, and we have just a growing number of ecosystem partners connecting to Omniverse, and the reason for that is very clear. Everybody wants to digitalize the future of industries. There's so much waste, so much opportunity for automation.
So, well, then it's okay.
In that $50 trillion of the world's GDP. So let's take a look at that. This one example that we're doing with Keon and Accenture.
Keon,
is that
the supply chain solution
Is that a
company,
Carvana tower?
Accenture, a global leader in professional services, and Nvidia are bringing physical AI to the $1 trillion warehouse and distribution center market. Managing high-performance warehouse logistics involves navigating a complex web of decisions influenced by constantly shifting variables. These include daily and seasonal demand changes, space constraints, workforce availability, and the integration of diverse robotic and automated systems. And predicting operational KPIs of a physical warehouse is nearly impossible today. To tackle these challenges, Keon is adopting Mega, an Nvidia Omniverse blueprint for building industrial digital twins to test and optimize robotic fleets. First, Keon's warehouse management solution assigns tasks to the industrial AI brains in the digital twin, such as moving a load from a buffer location to a shuttle storage solution. The robot's brains are in a simulation of a physical warehouse, digitalized into Omniverse
IRL.
using OpenUSD.
Yeah, it's a factory. You think Factorio invented factories? Holy bat chest! It's just like Factorio.
Connectors to aggregate CAD, video and image to 3D, LiDAR to point cloud, and AI-generated data. The fleet of robots execute tasks by perceiving and reasoning about their Omniverse digital twin environment, planning their next motion and acting. The robot brains can see the resulting state through sensor simulations and decide their next action. The loop continues while Mega precisely tracks the state of everything in the digital twin. Now, Keon can simulate infinite scenarios at scale while measuring operational KPIs, such as throughput, efficiency, and utilization, all before deploying changes to the physical warehouse. Together with Nvidia, Keon and Accenture are reinventing industrial autonomy.
We noticed in our simulations that we ran it 200,000 times. The scenarios where you didn't take a snack break, efficiency up by 2%. So you are no longer allowed to do that.
The future is
We've removed the bathrooms.
Everything is in simulation. In the future, every factory will have a digital twin. And that digital twin operates exactly like the real factory. And in fact, you could use Omniverse with Cosmos to generate a whole bunch of future scenarios, and you pick Then an AI decides which one of the scenarios are the most optimal for whatever KPIs, and that becomes the programming constraints, the program, if you will, the AIs that will be deployed into the real factories. The next example, autonomous vehicles. The AV revolution has arrived. After so many years, with Waymo's success and Tesla's success, it is very, very clear autonomous vehicles has finally arrived. Well, our offering to this industry is the three computers: the training systems to train the AIs, the simulation systems, and the synthetic data generation systems, Omniverse and now Cosmos, and also the computer that's inside the car. Each car company might work with us in a different way, use one or two or three of the computers. We're working with just about every major car company around the world.
Sheesh.
Waymo and Zoox and Tesla, of course, in their data center, BYD, the largest EV company in the world. JLR's got a really cool car coming. Mercedes has a fleet of cars coming with Nvidia starting this year.
And Mercedes is all in. They did all the Nvidia stuff.
I'm super pleased
They
to
kind of
announce
just
that
let
today
Nvidia do all the self-driving.
Toyota and Nvidia are going to partner together to create their next generation AVs.
Oh, shit. That's big. For the stock, at least.
Just so many cool companies. Lucid and Rivian and Xiaomi.
Bro
and
is
of course,
friends with everyone,
Volvo,
smiley
just
face.
So many different companies. Wabi is building self-driving trucks. Aurora, we announced this week also that Aurora is going to use NVIDIA to build self-driving trucks.
Xiaomi SU7?
Autonomous, 100 million cars built each year, a billion vehicles on the road all over the world, 1 trillion miles that are driven around the world each year. That's all going to be either highly autonomous or, fully autonomous coming up. And so this is going to be a very large industry. I predict that this will likely
You think
be
it's
the
gonna be
first multi-trillion-dollar
fully autonomous?
robotics industry. This business for us, notice in just a few of these cars that are starting to ramp into the world, our business is already $4 billion, and this year probably on a run rate about $5 billion. So really significant business already. This is going to be very large. Well, today we're announcing that our next generation processor for the car, our next generation computer for the car, is called Thor. I have one right here. Hang on a second.
Thor bat chest.
Okay, this is Thor. This is Thor. This is a robotics computer. This is a robotics computer. It takes sensors.
He's worthy.
And just a madness amount of sensor information. Process it, umpteen cameras, high resolution, radars, lidars. They're all coming into this chip. And this
Well, not
chip
on
has
Teslas.
to
They don't have
process
lidars
all that
or
sensor,
radars.
turn them into tokens,
Just cameras.
put them into a transformer, and
Oh,
predict
they're pretty dangerous.
the next path. And this AV computer is now in full production. Thor is 20 times the processing capability
Just a
of our last
C920?
generation Orin, which is
Just running self-driving on a single C920 on a ceiling fan on the top of your car, just spinning around.
really the standard of autonomous vehicles today. And so this is just really quite incredible. Thor is in full production.
It works.
This robotics processor, by the way, also goes into a full robot. And so it could be an AMR, it could be a humanoid robot, it could be the brain, it could be the manipulator. This processor basically is a universal robotics computer. The second part of our drive system that I'm incredibly proud of is the dedication to safety. Drive OS, I'm pleased to announce, is now the first software-defined programmable AI computer that has been certified up to ASIL D, which is the highest standard of functional safety for automobiles. The only and the highest. And so I'm really, really proud of this. ASIL D, ISO 26262. It is the work of some 15,000 engineering years. This is just extraordinary work. And as a result of that, CUDA is now a functional, safe computer. And so if you're building a robot, NVIDIA CUDA, yep.
Yep.
Okay, so now I told you I was going to show you what would we use Omniverse and Cosmos to do in the context of self-driving cars.
Oh, I probably talked about this.
Today, instead of showing you a whole bunch of videos of cars driving on the road. I'll show you some of that too. But I want to show you how we use the car to reconstruct digital twins automatically using AI and use that capability to train future AI models. Okay, let's play it.
The autonomous vehicle revolution is here. Building autonomous vehicles, like all robots, requires 3 computers: Nvidia DGX to train AI models, Omniverse to test drive and generate synthetic data, and Drive AGX, a supercomputer in the car. Building safe autonomous vehicles means addressing edge scenarios, but real-world data is limited, so synthetic data is essential for training. The Autonomous Vehicle Data Factory, powered by Nvidia Omniverse, AI models, and Cosmos, generates synthetic driving scenarios that enhance training data by orders of magnitude. First, OmniMap fuses map and geospatial data.
I mean, this is what I said, right? Thousands of drives in the real life, billions. Oh, it doesn't. You can't see it, but it's billions in the digital world.
First, OmniMap fuses map and geospatial data to construct drivable 3D environments. Driving scenario variations can be generated from replayed drive logs or AI traffic generators. Next, a neural reconstruction engine uses autonomous vehicle sensor logs to create high-fidelity 4D simulation environments. It replays previous drives in 3D and generates scenario variations to amplify training data. Finally,
it is pretty
Edify
cool.
3DS automatically searches through existing asset libraries or generates new assets to create sim-ready scenes. The Omniverse scenarios are used to condition Cosmos to generate massive amounts of photorealistic data, reducing the sim-to-real gap. And with text prompts, generate near infinite variations of the driving scenario.
Yeah, like for example, what if you're driving down a gloomy road at night and then Will Smith jumps out and starts eating spaghetti in front of you in the road? What do? Do you swerve? Do you hit the gas? Like, you need to be able to prepare for this. This needs to be, you have to generate this scenario thousands
With
of times.
Cosmos Nemotron Video Search,
Wait, what does the car do?
the massively scaled synthetic dataset, combined with recorded drives, can be curated to train models. NVIDIA's AI Data Factory scales hundreds of drives into billions of effective miles, setting the standard for safe and advanced autonomous driving.
Isn't that incredible? We
Hey, real applause.
take thousands of...
I do think autonomous driving is cool. People die in traffic accidents all the time. Commutes suck. It's awesome. I think it's cool. I think it's fucking sick. I think it's a net gain. It sucks that driving is the #1 job in like 38 states. But, you know, this is technology that I think is a net benefit. Train solves this. We are closer to fucking Jensen Huang cloning himself into 10 million robots that get into your car and drive you to work with your wheel and pedals than we are to building a train.
drives and turn them into billions of miles. We are going to have mountains of training data for autonomous vehicles. Of course, we still need actual cars on the road. Of course, we will continuously collect data for as long as we shall live. However, synthetic data generation using this multiverse, physically based, physically grounded capability so that we generate data for training AIs that are physically grounded and accurate and or plausible so that we could have an enormous amount of data to train with. The AV industry is here. This is an incredibly exciting time, super excited about the next several years. I think you're going to see, just as computer graphics was revolutionized such incredible pace, you're going to see the pace of AV development increasing tremendously over the next several years.
He keeps pausing for applause, bro.
I think the next part is robotics. So
This is the problem with no rehearsals. There's no rehearsals and like no
Humanoid
script.
robots?
He's like, it's badass, but it's tough.
my friends,
Holy.
the ChatGPT moment for general robotics is just around the corner. And in fact, all of the enabling technologies that I've been talking about is going to make it possible for us in the next several years to see very rapid breakthroughs, surprising breakthroughs in general robotics. Now, the reason why general robotics is so important is whereas robots with tracks and wheels require special environments to accommodate them, there are three robots in the world that we can make that require no green fields. Brownfield adaptation is perfect. If we could possibly build these amazing robots, we could deploy them in exactly the world that we've built for ourselves. These three robots are, one, agentic robots and agentic AI, because they're information workers, so long as they
Optimus
could
not there.
the computers that we have in our offices, it's going to be great. Number two, self-driving cars, and the reason for that is we spent 100+ years building roads and cities.
Why is the Xpeng
And then
iron
number
kind
three,
of bad?
Humanoid robots. If we have the technology to solve these three, this will be the largest technology industry the world's ever seen. And so we think that the robotics era is just around the corner. The critical capability
Show us the other side.
is how to train these robots. In the case of humanoid robots, the imitation information is rather hard to collect. And the reason for that is, in the case of car, you just drive it. We're driving cars all the time. In the case of these humanoid robots, the imitation information, the human demonstration is rather laborious to do. And so we need to come up with a clever way to take hundreds of demonstrations, thousands of human demonstrations, and somehow use artificial intelligence and Omniverse to synthetically generate millions of synthetically generated motions. And from those motions, the AI can learn how to perform a task. Let me show you how that's done.
Developers around the world are building the next wave of physical, AI-embodied robots, humanoids. Developing general-purpose robot models requires massive amounts of real-world data, which is costly to capture and curate. Nvidia Isaac GR00T helps tackle these challenges, providing humanoid robot developers with four things: robot foundation models, data pipelines, simulation frameworks, and a Thor robotics computer. The Nvidia Isaac GR00T blueprint for synthetic motion generation is a simulation workflow for imitation learning, enabling developers to generate exponentially large data sets from a small number of human demonstrations. First, GR00T Teleop enables skilled human workers to portal into a digital twin of their robot using the Apple Vision Pro. This means operators can capture data even without a physical robot, and they can operate the robot in a risk-free environment, eliminating the chance of physical damage or wear and tear. To teach a robot a single task, operators capture motion trajectories through a handful of teleoperated demonstrations, then use GR00T Mimic to multiply these trajectories into a much larger data set. Next, they use GR00T Gen, built on Omniverse and Cosmos, for domain randomization and 3D to real upscaling, generating an exponentially larger data set. The Omniverse and Cosmos Multiverse Simulation Engine provides a massively scaled data set to train the robot policy. Once the policy is trained, developers can perform software-in-the-loop testing and validation in
I can't believe they're doing all this to move steering wheels around. Yeah, that's their ultimate goal. The whole thing is designed to get steering wheels from one box to the other. It's one that we can't tackle as humans. So we've built this whole infinity web of cosmos to eventually accomplish this task. As you always know, in our daily lives, we move steering wheels dozens of times. It's the hardest problem a human faces.
Isaac Sim before deploying to the real robots.
This is huge.
The age of general robotics is arriving, powered by Nvidia Isaac Groot.
We're going to have mountains of data to train robots with. Nvidia Isaac Groot. Nvidia Isaac Groot. This is our platform to provide technology elements to the robotics industry to accelerate the development of general robotics. And, well, I have one more thing that I want to show you. None of this would be possible if not for this incredible project that we started about a decade ago. Inside the company was called Project Digits, Deep Learning GPU Intelligence Training System. Digits.
Digits.
Well, before we launched it, I shrunk it to DGX. And to harmonize it with RTX, AGX, OVX, and all of the other X's that we have in the company. And it really revolutionized, DGX1 really revolutionized, where's DGX1? DGX1 revolutionized artificial intelligence. The reason why we built it was because we wanted to make it possible for researchers and startups to have an out-of-the-box AI supercomputer. Imagine the way supercomputers were built in the past. You really have to build your own facility, and you have to go build your own infrastructure and really engineer it into existence. And so we created a supercomputer for AI development for researchers and startups that comes literally one out of the box.
Yeah,
I
very
delivered
smart.
the first one to a startup company in 2016 called OpenAI, and Elon was there, and Ilya Sutskever was there, and many of the NVIDIA engineers were there, and we celebrated the arrival of DGX1, and obviously it revolutionized artificial intelligence and computing.
And your company.
But now artificial intelligence is everywhere. It's not just in researchers and startup labs. You know, we want artificial intelligence, as I mentioned in the beginning of our talk. This is now the new way of doing computing. This is the new way of doing software. Every software engineer, every creative artist, everybody who uses computers today as a tool will need an AI supercomputer. And so I just wish that DGX1 was smaller. And you know, you know, imagine, ladies and gentlemen, our
We're doing magic now.
this is NVIDIA's latest AI supercomputer. And
Is it the power of
and
DGX?
it's finally called Project Digits right now. And if you have a good name for it, reach out to us. Here's the amazing thing. This is an AI supercomputer. It runs the entire NVIDIA AI stack. All of NVIDIA software runs on this. DGX Cloud runs on this. This sits, well,
The
somewhere,
Glizzy
and
X.
it's wireless or
I love that.
connected to your
Project
computer.
Glizzy.
It's even a workstation if you like it to be. And you could access it, you could reach it like a cloud supercomputer, and NVIDIA's AI works on it. And it's based on a super secret chip that we've been working on called GB110, the smallest Grace Blackwell that we make. And I have, well, you know what? Let's show everybody inside.
Okay. Cool.
Isn't It's just so cute.
Quick, somebody screenshot the inside and we'll just build it ourselves. The idiot just gave up all his secrets. He showed us the fucking plans. Just screenshot them, we'll make our own.
And this
The
is the chip
fool.
that's inside. It is in production. This top secret chip we did in
He didn't
collaboration
think we'd be
with
fast enough to
CPU, the
screenshot it, but we
great
did.
CPU is built for Nvidia in collaboration with MediaTek. They're the world's leading SoC company, and they worked with us to build this CPU SoC, and connect it with chip-to-chip NVLink to the Blackwell GPU. And this little thing here is in full production. We're expecting this computer to be available around May timeframe. And so it's coming at you. It's just incredible what we could do. And it's just, I think you really...
Michael Reeves is going to use one of these to build a robot dog that kills people. While bouncing on a trampoline or some shit. So get ready for that video.
I was trying to figure out, do I need more hands or more pockets? All right, so imagine this is what it looks like. You know, who doesn't want one of those? And if you use PC, Mac, you know, anything, because you know it's a cloud platform. It's a cloud computing platform that sits on your desk. You could also use it as a Linux workstation if you like. If you would like to have double digits, this is what it looks like. You know? And you connect it together with ConnectX, and it has nickel, GPU Direct, all of that out of the box. It's like a supercomputer. Our entire supercomputing stack is available. And so, NVIDIA Project Digits. Okay.
They're
Well,
back.
Let me tell you what I told you. I told you that
I told you to fucking clap. Don't make me sick 'em on you. I told you to clap.
are in production with 3 new
eyes all light up red.
Blackwells. Not only is the Grace Blackwell supercomputers, NVLink 72s, in production all over the world, we now have 3 new Blackwell systems in production. One amazing AI world foundation model, the world's first physical AI foundation model. Is open, available to activate the world's industries of robotics and such. And 3 robots. 3 robots. We're working on agentic AI, humanoid robots, and self-driving cars. It's been an incredible year. I want to thank all of you for your partnership. Thank all of you for coming. I made you a short video to reflect on last year and look forward to the next year. Play, please.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Pretty shocking stuff. That is the presentation. Thank you, Jensen Wong. Pretty crazy. I mean, we talked about it. Not much gaming, a whole lot of AI. Some of it pretty cool, some of it pretty scary. I think we can all agree we're in a period of rapid change. From an investing POV, I mean, Nvidia clearly leads the pack. They're involved in every single aspect of AI. On a pretty fundamental level, not just on hardware, but on software. They've got all the partners. They clearly command a premium on anyone else. There's nobody else doing it and in many areas as they do. No Silk Song, which is sad. Oh, yeah, the podcast thing. So let me show you. Okay. So you can put any PDF into this thing, and it'll generate a podcast trying to explain the PDF to you. This person put in a PDF that wrote the word poop and fart 1,000 times. It was just poop, fart, poop, fart, poop, fart, poop, fart, poop, fart, poop, fart, poop, fart 1,000 times. And then asked to generate a podcast. This is what it came up with, okay?
Listeners, You know we love a challenge on this show, right? But gotta say, you guys have really outdone yourselves this time.
It's certainly a unique piece of source material, that's for sure.
Unique is putting it mildly. I mean, we're used to tackling all kinds of things in our deep dives, from ancient manuscripts to the latest scientific breakthroughs, even the occasional conspiracy theory, right?
We do love to go down a rabbit hole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is a whole different beast. I mean, we're talking about a document that someone sent in that is literally just the words poop and fart repeated hundreds of times.
Hundreds.
No context, no explanation, just pure unadulterated repetition. So where do we even start with something like this?
Well, I think the first question we have to ask ourselves is, can we find meaning in the seemingly meaningless? Because that's what we're faced with here.
And that's a really interesting question, right? I mean, think about it. We see examples of repetition in art and language all the time. Andy Warhol's soup cans, for example, or minimalist music that's just the same few notes over and over.
Right, and those things can be surprisingly powerful, can't they?
Totally. But even in those cases, there's usually some kind of structure, some variation.
They're kind of spinning.
This document, though, it's just raw, unfiltered repetition. No rhyme or reason to it.
And yet, don't you find yourself searching for a pattern, some kind of hidden message? It's like our brains are hardwired to seek out meaning, even when there might not be any. It's a very human impulse.
You're right.
You're not
we
human.
see shapes in clouds,
You're not
patterns
human.
in the stars. We even find significance in coincidences. We're meaning-making machines, aren't we?
Exactly.
Not
we
we.
crave order and
You're not
sense
on the
in a
team.
world
You
that
don't
can
say
often
we. You're
feel
not on the team.
chaotic and random.
So are we trying to impose order on this document by even trying to analyze it? I mean, just to be clear for our listeners, we're not exaggerating here. We've got the actual document up on our screens right now, and it is literally pages and pages of poop and fart. Occasionally one of them is capitalized. Sometimes there's an extra space.
And we find ourselves wondering, could that be significant? Does a capitalized poo carry a different meaning than a lowercase one?
Isn't this
It's
crazy?
fascinating, isn't it, how our minds work?
It's
Isn't
like our
this
brains refuse
crazy?
to believe that it means nothing.
Right. And that's what makes this document, dare I say, a work of art. In its own way, it's forcing us to confront our own need to make
This
sense
is
of things.
to me,
find-
this is one of the most recent AI things that I thought was truly crazy. It shocked me. It was funny, but it shocked me.
Meaning in the world around us.
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
It's like this document is a mirror, reflecting our own desire to find patterns and meaning, even where there may be none.
Precisely. It's a blank canvas onto which we project our own interpretations and biases.
So how do we even begin to unpack this? Is it a statement on bodily functions? A commentary on the absurdity of life? Or is this just someone messing with us, seeing if we'd actually...
So much of they lost the plot. They don't lose the plot for the full 9 minutes. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, but I'm spoiling it for you. They don't start going gibberish. They don't go random. It's a full 9-minute podcast that stays on topic and discusses the insanity of life. And they zoom out. It doesn't
spend an entire deep dive overthinking a document full of poop and fart.
Well, I think it could be any or all of those things. Remember daddyism, that art movement from the early 20th century that was all about the absurd and nonsensical? They did things like display a urinal as a sculpture and called it art.
Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten about that.
They were trying to challenge the very definition of art and meaning. And in a way, this document we're looking at could be seen as a kind of modern-day daddyist prank, forcing us to question what we consider to be art and what we consider to be meaningful.
They're spitting.
So are you saying that
This is
there's
better
no
than two
inherent
humans would
meaning in
do.
this document? That it's just a bunch of nonsense words strung together?
Not necessarily. It's more that the meaning isn't fixed or predetermined. It's up to us, the viewers, or in this case, listeners, to decide what it means to us.
So instead of trying to decipher some hidden message, maybe the point is that there is no message. Or rather, the message is whatever meaning we bring to it.
Exactly. It's like looking at one of those optical illusion
Of course there's no message in poop, fart, poop, fart, poop, fart, poop, fart.
pictures. Is it a vest or two faces? The answer lies not in the image itself, but in the way our brains are wired to perceive patterns.
I think I'm starting to see it now, less as a prank, more like an accidental Rorschach test made entirely of the words poop and fart.
And you don't get much more open to interpretation than that, do you?
You've got a point there, but we've been throwing around a lot of high-minded theories in art history here. What about you, listening at home? What do you make of all this?
I think
What's
poop and fart is
fascinating
funny.
here is
What stands out to you about all this, about this whole poop and fart situation? I mean, do you see like a deeper meaning in there?
Like, I
is
think
it some kind of social commentary?
Funny, fart funny.
Or is it just pure silliness?
Yeah.
We want to hear from you. What do you think about this piece? I don't even know.
I promise you, this is deeper than the most analysis you'll find in YouTube video essays. And if you're a faceless YouTube video channel, someone can make what you do. I promise you that pretty soon. They're going to put it on fucking Legend of Zelda. They're going to play some footage over it, and no one will know the difference. It's wild. It is wild. This is the first thing I was like, wait, what? It's wild. Anyway, the rest of it does, it kind of repeats. So, at one point they say, is someone messing with us to see if we're going to spend an entire deep dive discussing poop and fart? Like, the AI is even aware. They're even self-aware. That shit's wild. No Switch 2 announced? Not at CES, bro. Nintendo will do that themselves. Anyway, thank you, Josh.web, for 2 months. Thank you, everyone, for the subs today. Appreciate that. That was all very interesting. This is all very interesting. When can we AI generate Silk Song? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there was something I wanted to play with you. Did Jericho rage quit? He rage quit get to work? Yeah, it looks like he did. I guess she'll have to get it next day. There was something I wanted to play. It was called... What was it called? What was it called? Fuck. It's a brand new game that just came out. Not game. Damn, someone just... It was neal.fun. That's what it was. Neal.fun stimulation clicker. Is apparently right up my alley, is what I've been told. It's right up my alley. Stimulation clicker. I don't know anything about it except that it's supposed to be like making fun of modern brain rot. So click me. 1 stimulation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amount animation. Okay, I get more per click. Nice. Add tab title. Good for SEO. Okay. What about this one? Subway Surfers. I need 100. I need 100 for Subway Surfers. I'm going to speedrun it. Oh, let me move my camera so that you guys can see the Subway Surfers in real time. Holy shit, that's fucking awesome. Breaking news? We need that. 100. Okay. Frogs missing worldwide. Button upgrade? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, we need lo-fi beats. DVD, you're right. DVD, you're right. A bunch of DVDs. You get 1 stimulation per bounce. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Is there sound? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm stim maxing. Rain sounds? Yes! I don't have to think about anything. Critical hits. Hydraulic press! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, stims per second counter. Oh yeah, we gotta get that up. We gotta get that way up. DVD bounce sound, yes. Okay, I need Thunder sounds, I guess. I want more stim per second. Oh, yeah, that's big. Scientists reveal something huge properly. Oh, this is great. Okay, thunder sounds. And now we're getting a lot of stims per second, which is good, because I don't want to stop working. I don't want to have to click anymore. Ideally, I want to be mostly just using the hydraulic press. It's more efficient. Atrioc's webcam looks like it's part of the game. Lower volume? Oh, okay. Okay, there it is. Okay, there we go. Better, better, better. I'm part of the game. Perfect, perfect. Collect stems. I'm stem maxing. Okay, I don't want to do this because it's too much work. Oh, it does it automatically? No, you have to collect it. I don't want to collect it anymore. It's too much work. I want achievements. I got achievements. I got to click cadet. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, my day's going so well. Slime videos. Yes. Collect, collect, collect. Dude, there's no problems in my real life that I worry about anymore. I'm too stimulated to think about them. This is a genius work of art. I want more achievements, though. I feel like I'm already understimulated. Mukbang! Come on, I want to watch the mukbang. I'm understimulated. Hey, thanks for the gifties. Wait, I gotta thank you. Shexy. I'm sorry. Your name is Xi Ji on my Jinping. Thanks for the 50 gifted. What a powerful message. You said you're low-key immersed. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Okay, we're getting so much stimulation. Now we need more. We need I just want to max out this hydraulic press. What about, you guys want mukbang or popcorn? Or screen time? Oh, sound? Sound's back. All right, mukbang. We'll get mukbang.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, welcome to my garden. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I had to think of the day. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon, and I thought I'll bring you outside because, hey, it's still summer. I've got kind of like BLT sandwich.
Oh, I love BLTs.
Lettuce, tomato, of course. An egg, like an omelet. Just a basic omelet with a little bit of cream. Some oat mayo. I ran out of lettuce, so.
Bro, this is high class. I was on TikTok and came back. You were on TikTok? That's so slow compared to this. Don't you need more stimulation?
Some salt and vinegar crisps.
Oh god, he's European. He calls them crisps.
Anyway, can't wait to eat.
I will say it's making me hungry though.
Let's eat.
And now that I'm hungry, I'm a little bit angry, so I need more stimulation to keep me. Okay, let's get a screen time. Healthy habits. Screen time. Oh, I can see what's giving me the most stim. Hydraulic press is the best still. So let's just keep upgrading that.
That's what I call an aggressive pour.
I just don't want to click it anymore. I'm too rich to have to click for my stims. I just want, like... I want to level up. That sounds good. A true crime podcast. Wait, we need a true crime podcast. Wait, we got to save up for that. I need to know what's going on with the true crime podcast.
The tomatoes also homegrown by my wife. Cheers.
Okay, we got it.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a woman. There's a body.
A woman's body, sir?
She's here. Not all of her. Not all of her.
Oh,
Calm down,
automatic
sir. Tell me
hydraulics!
if the woman is breathing.
Automatic hydraulics! We need this so bad. I gotta work for it. I gotta work for it so my kids can survive on the stimulation. Come on. My hands look like this, so hers can look like that.
Killer country. This week, we're diving into the bizarre death of Mirabel Diaz. Mirabel dreamed of becoming a Hollywood actress, but trapped in the small seaside town of Mystic Bay, Florida, her options were limited. She'd book an occasional used car commercial or a clown at a child's birthday party, but legitimate opportunities were few and far between. Eventually, however, Mirabel found a path to acting in an unexpected place. Wild Tides Water Park.
AI podcast? I have no idea.
Mirabel donned a long silver tail and a shimmering tube top.
Procrastinator, what's
5 days
that?
a week, rain or shine, she'd swim in a
I got
massive
100,000
glass
sims.
tank, smiling at tourists and posing for pictures. At Wild Tides, Mirabel became
I just drew what the fuck is happening.
Miss Mirabel,
Modern content.
the magic mermaid of Mystic Bay.
I decided I don't want the content to be boring, so it had to be like more stimulating.
Hurricane Braden tore through Mystic Bay,
I need to up the
destroying
engagement.
65 homes, 34
I
Shake
wanted
Shacks,
to,
and leaving at least one
simulate
person missing. Mirabel
The average
Diaz.
Shatter's day.
Frank Wild, the longtime owner of Wild Tides Water Park, was among the
What do we get
last to
next?
see her alive.
Corner hits?
She was a pretty redhead. Now, some say she had web feet. She never wanted to talk. Now, I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but she was a little cold. Snobby, you might say.
It's
When the
crazy this is
hurricane
normal to
was
some
coming, I
people.
told her, "Hey,
It's crazy this is
you
understimulating
can
to a
stay
lot
with
of
me."
people.
Because, you know, this place is a fortress. I got hurricane shutters.
They usually run more.
sandbags,
Because the
whole
podcast
shebang.
will be on
A
2x
bunker with a
speed,
sauna,
and they'll be playing a
screening
game
room,
at the same time.
bowling alley.
Ooh, bright colors, more
Regulation
gradients.
bowling
Now
alley,
we're
do you
cooking.
understand? Yeah, the real deal. Yeah, I told her. I got 2 months worth of beans. Yeah, all kinds of beans. Right? Black beans, kidney beans, pine-toed beans, lima beans, soybeans.
Wait, what's going on?
Jelly beans. Yeah, I was worried.
Wait, I'm getting overwhelmed. What's going
because
on?
She lived all by herself. I owned the building she lived in, and I knew.
Okay, I'm actually getting overstimulated.
Now, I knew she wouldn't have beans. But she told me she'd be okay on her own.
Okay, we need button
Maybe
upgrade.
if she just stayed at my place. You know, you wonder what might have been.
I feel like this is the most
She
efficient.
said no, she didn't even like beans.
I spoke with Frank at his home over 3
Although maybe the
being
little
sat.
bar is better than anything else.
From where we sat on an expansive back patio festooned with marble statues of dolphins,
this your girl you're talking about?
women,
Yes.
and dolphin women, we could see
Item
the
shop?
very top of Wild Tide's Megalodon Mega Twister.
Surprise!
It's
Loot
a
boxes!
massive water slide, just
We
over
got loot
100 feet
boxes!
tall, that shoots park visitors into the waiting jaws of a fiberglass Megalodon.
Please, this park employs half the damn town easily. We added that
Holy
big slide.
shit.
The friggin' orcas. It's a sight to see.
Well, I want
Especially
another
in
loot
Harvey.
box.
And Mirabel, well, she was the most popular one.
Okay, what about the item shop?
You really just never think of something happening to a girl like that
I can
in a place like this.
Get a Google sign in? I don't want to
except
sign in
for
with
that time
Google.
When those kids got eaten during the alligator parade. Or the time the clowns went
a
feral.
stock market! A stock
Or
market!
that time when the old guy...
Behind us, something bumps. Hard. Against a glass wall.
don't mind her. That's Cannellini. Here, girl. Come here. Come on, sweet bean.
Frank Wild, heir to the
Holy,
wild
I'm
bean company
mashing!
fortune, is an avowed animal lover. His home, a concrete monolith rising from the steaming marsh,
Stock market!
includes a massive
wait,
glass
I gotta move
pyramid
chat.
teeming with all sorts of aquatic marvels, including, most notably, a 6-foot albino alligator named Cannellini. He also owns a narwhal, 7 dolphins, roughly 16 flamingos, 3 tigers, 7 pythons,
I can buy Apple,
a wild boar,
Disney, and Tesla.
several ostriches. Most are named after beans. Frank goes on.
I used to have a whole mess of macaws,
I'm a
too.
Tesla investor.
But every hurricane, more of them escaped. Sometimes I still see them flying over the house. I guess they wanted to be free. Yeah, whatever that means. Anyway, she was a nice girl.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Oh, I'm losing a lot of money on Tesla.
And it's a shame what happened.
Jessa Lynn Garcia, another mermaid at
Wait, I'm
Wild
changing the
Tides
title.
Water Park, remembers Mirabelle
Gen
a bit
Alpha
differently.
Simulator.
She was
An
just
average
sweet as
day
pie.
in the
She really
life
was.
of Gen
and
Alpha.
Such a pretty little thing for a brunette. Except
Sell,
for the
sell,
deals.
sell, sell!
She was always giving
Buy,
me
buy, buy,
real
buy, buy,
nice
buy, buy.
tips, you know, about what to do with my clothes or my hair. She'd come up to me while we'd be putting our
I got a
tails
baseball
on
cap.
and say something like, "Oh, Jessalyn, you know, you would look so good as a blonde." Or, "Oh, Jessalyn, don't go to that
wish this
Shake
podcast
Shack
would
on August
shut up."
24th. I had a vision." And, you know, she was always the second runner-up at pageants.
Okay, we're gonna buy Berkshire.
Miss Key Lime Pie. Almost the Orange Blossom Queen.
Well, I'm negative. I'm negative still.
Ambassador to Kazakhstan.
Duolingo.
Yeah, people don't realize it, but it takes a lot of character to keep showing up after losing out over
What
and
game is
over
this? This is
and
me browsing the
over
internet
and
normally.
over and over and
This is what I
over
do for fun
again.
when I'm not live.
I'm proud of my titles. Always will be. I don't take the honor of being the Orange Blossom
My
Queen
Disney stock?
6 straight years in a row.
It's not doing very well. My Apple's bad. My Tesla's up though. Sell, sell, sell.
Mirabelle, too. And she had a good
Sell,
heart.
sell,
She'd
sell,
volunteer all the time. She'd perform for the
Okay,
little old people
Duolingo.
down at the senior center. Sing that song from that mermaid movie, I'm in Your World.
Dude, what the?
or
I don't have to
whatever it's
answer it.
called. I don't know. My children only watch godly movies. But she'd sing that. She didn't have children, so maybe
What
she
the
didn't realize. Or a husband, which I also have. So. Oh, and she was a perfectionist. So she'd sing that same song
Okay, I need
over
a-
and over
I need a
until
button
she got
upgrade.
it right. 20, 30 times. The old people would
Owls
tell
are
her she
dead.
didn't have to, that she could
Oh,
stop
nice.
at any time, but she was happy to
Nice.
do it. She was a natural performer. Oh, so gifted. I was never like that. I mean, you know, everyone's different. Some of us are more into the artistry of it all. I'm a Wild Tides water park mermaid
Okay, what's
because
this one?
I believe it's important
Meditation.
to provide
Okay,
families
good.
with
Guys, I've been
wholesome,
feeling a little
all-ages
overstimulated.
entertainment
Oh,
at an
English,
affordable
Spanish,
price.
Mandarin, or French?
Others,
English.
you know, they
Mandarin!
won't pay attention. Not that I'm blaming her for what happened.
You thought
Gosh,
English
no.
was spoken?
She was a nice person. She didn't deserve that. Not at all.
Xi
You just
Jinping.
never think something like that would happen in a teeny little teensy-weensy
Wow, it is
town
Mandarin.
like Mystic Bay. I mean,
That's
besides that
fucked.
time that poor boy was pushed into that hydraulic press.
The chest.
Or that old man who spontaneously combusted in the Publix parking lot.
Okay, we
Ended
need
up in that. You just never think of
meditation.
bad
Thank
stuff
God. I need to calm
happening
down. I need
here.
a meditation.
It was so sad what happened to her. Of course, we all suspected Jared.
Welcome
Weird.
to today's
Followed her
guided
around like a
meditation
puppy.
session.
A weird
I'm so
puppy.
glad you're here.
Mirabelle's disappearance left a
For the
mark on
next
the
20
minuscule
minutes,
town of Mystic
I'll be
Bay,
guiding you
with
towards
search missions
peace in
tampered by
times of
downed
chaos.
power lines and felled trees.
I invite you to
As
find a
days turned
comfortable
into
position,
weeks, the
be
town's
it in a
optimism
chair,
began
on the
to
floor,
fade.
or on a
That
cushion.
said, losing hope is
Be sure
something of a
to
custom
stay
for
still.
residents of Mystic Bay.
Rest
For years,
comfortably on your
competing
lap.
theme parks,
Your
virus
arms
outbreaks,
facing
daylight
down.
savings, and a quickly
Okay,
shifting
we're gonna buy
culture
Subway Surfers
led to a
unmuted.
downturn
I
in
invite you to
numbers.
place both
Hey,
feet
come on now.
firmly on
Wild
the
Tides
ground.
is still top quality.
If
Some
you're
of the
sitting
best
on the
damn
floor,
entertainment in the
on a
state. I
cushion,
don't care
Finally!
what anybody thinks, right?
position yourself in such a
The
way
fact of the matter
that
is,
you're fully grounded
kids don't go
and
for that.
cemented.
Yes. Yeah, they'd rather be on their
I'll give
phones
you
playing
School lingo doesn't help at all.
to find the position
Roblox
that's right
adopt
for you.
neal.fun than at a park with their folks. So people stopped coming.
Ready?
And then, of
Let's
course,
begin.
that's when they
Okay, what do we need? We need
Close your eyes, or just let your vision gradually
What was
soften.
left of Mirabelle
Whichever
was
is
found
best for
by
you.
Jared Holt on November 15, 2012, 3 months after she went missing. That's
Nice!
his
You
voice we
did.
heard in the 911
Oh, I
call
need
at
email.
the top of
Thank
the
God. I've been
episode.
falling behind on my email.
Smell.
I've been falling so behind on my email.
no face.
When Chippewa County police arrived at the scene, they discovered a grisly sight. Mirabelle Diaz, lodged in the jaws of the megalodon megatwister, her mermaid tail curved
Okay, thank God. I got some
into ancient beast's pink fangs.
Not a fictional language?
The park's earliest attendees, a group of school children from the St.
Grandma,
Bernard
funny.
Institute for Marine Biology, followed Jared's gaze. The park's famed mermaid staring
Okay.
back at them. That is,
I'm getting a little overwhelmed.
if she could have
Thank you, Grandma, for your email.
Breathe in.
I'm busy though, Grandma. I have concentration.
She was a cat in tonic when I
Inbox.
first saw her.
Hello, sweetie. Hope you're having a nice day. So it's a very funny cartoon that Nina posted on
Say a
Facebook.
single word.
You remember Nina? She's Roger's aunt's mother.
She just stood there, looking into the hole where her face had been.
That's so funny, Grandma.
Sunk
That is
in.
funny. She's a hoot.
Well done.
No offense to Mirabelle, but you know, I think
Release
it was
your
the
breath
worst I've ever seen her look.
Audible sigh
And it was the first
for
day since the
6
hurricane that the park was open
Flush?
to the public. That's what's so sad about it. November is always a slow
We
month.
double DVD
The
speed.
water's cold, the sun sets early. It's peak season for the flesh-eating algae that sometimes
Fitness
grows on Blaze
instructor?
River inner tubes. But we
In-game
lost so
currency?
much money because of
Wait,
the
my
storm
storage
that
is
we
full?
were just so excited for the park to open back up again. And someone had just up and shoved
Oh, yeah.
Mirabelle into the big
You're a
old
crown
shark
prince? Yeah, take it.
How's that for taking the steak right out of your
Breathe
popsicle?
out with a
Now, Jessa
Nice.
had a
That
pretty
worked
good
out.
idea of who was responsible. But
That's
first,
awesome.
You've got mail.
We got more mail. Okay.
Speaking of popsicles, when's the last time
Pro
you
of
enjoyed
occupied?
a mouthful of fresh, home-cooked food? Between work and errands, there's never time
Collect
to
it.
cook a proper meal. That's where
Okay, I want
Dinner
in-game
Dash
currency.
comes in. Dinner Dash
I want
is a weekly
microtransactions.
meal delivery service focused on fresh, organic
A reaction
ingredients
streamer!
with recipes
That's what we
chosen
needed!
by
We only have
real
one
chefs.
currently, and I'm not
Best of
reacting
all,
hard enough.
Dinner Dash meals
We need a
never
reaction streamer.
expire. Using
Hold
our
enter
secret
to click.
technology, we have made eggs that last forever. Get 20% off your first Dinner Dash weekly meal kit
Oh
with
my
code
God.
Killer20.
Oh
Dinner
my
Dash,
God.
Meals that are eternal.
Oh my
To
God!
the
Now that
case.
you've begun to relax, let's continue
Here's
to bring your
Jessa.
focus.
Wait, is it
Well, the
Ludwig?
first thing you gotta understand about Mystic Bay is that it's a small town. I mean, real small. Itty bitty. So everyone knows everyone here. I went to school with Jared and Mirabelle, worked alongside them here at the park.
Just
Oh, I
quiet
didn't get that
down
one.
your focus.
Well, I can say this, right? Because I know him.
You've got mail.
He's probably just
Oh, I'm
about the
cooking.
worst mascot we've
Once I get a
ever
reaction
had.
streamer, we'll be all
The
good.
only reason he kept his job
I don't know
is
what to
because no
think
one
without
else
a
wanted to
streamer
wear the
reacting.
costume. And when I say he wanted to wear the costume, I mean he really.
Okay.
All right, Chad, let's take a look at this video. I was told to watch it.
Like, really?
Wait, it's literally what?
God honoring.
I want you to picture a
Yeah, how are they even doing that?
at the top of your head.
Jared Holt had dressed
You've
as
got
Wild
mail.
Tide's water park's iconic
Is that like a world
mascot,
record?
Manny the Manatee, since dropping out of Mystic
Moving
Bay
your
High School
awareness
in
got mail.
the length of the
1999.
body.
His costume
got
consisted
mail.
of
Okay,
a
we got a
insane!
pillow.
fleece and
That's
feathers,
insane!
with flippers,
You've got
a
mail.
floppy headpiece,
Well, we found a love.
and Manny's signature orange flip-flops.
Okay,
Oh, we didn't get the job.
Custom made in at a
We didn't get the job.
Be free to adjust your
It was
position
said to have reached
We ordered a
internal
pillow.
temperatures of
Okay,
up to
update.
100
Yeah, that's
degrees.
cool.
You've done this
300
too?
Kelvin in
I'm
the
disappointed disappointed regarding our city's future.
Why is your head so block-shaped? It's not block-shaped. Don't say that, sir. Come on, time to get out for a day.
Who in 1973 collapsed face first into a child's birthday cake, and another who in 1985 became partially
meditate faster.
suit while conducting a water safety
We need
demonstration
crypto!
at the park's roof.
We need crypto!
For years, Wild Tide's water park officials could not find workers willing to put on
You've got mail.
Whoa. Change the design?
Crypto walk was a lie.
I only got enough of me.
That manatee suit was
There's common letter in English.
You've got mail.
Wild Senior Jr.
Item shop. You want a fedora? You want a cursor? You want a trail? You want a button?
United States of America, and to make a true
I could probably do
manatee
this.
hybrid he referred to as the human.
If I wasn't busy, I would do this. I'm busy. You guys know I'm busy.
He's busy.
Don't say I'm unemployed. I'm very. This is my job. I'm working right now. I'm literally working right now. I just go to the bathroom 1 second. But this is a job. I'm working.
Put the manatee up. Come on, change the suit. Hit me with this.
You could
Bird
see
alert!
it
Bird of the
before
week!
you saw it. I'd say it was
The
close to
common
soup.
pigeon?
You ever have a Florida
That's so
style pizza?
stupid. I'm gonna complain.
You take a handful of saltine crackers
How many
and sort of
languages
spread them
exist?
out on a paper plate with sprayed cheese, turtle
690.
jerky,
Wow.
and a little bit of gas station pickle, and a sprinkling of boiled peanuts. Just leave it out for a little bitty bit, let the sunshine work its magic, and voila,
Come
you
on,
got
my
yourself a
God!
meal. Now,
Come
it's
on.
delicious, but you'll be smelling it for about a mile
Okay, we're clutching.
2 miles after the wind gets just right.
We got iPad Kid.
Let's work out. Come on. Give me 3 knees.
The manatee suit smells sort of like that.
Don't say chill. I like that. That's my favorite drink in the whole world. I'm not a sellout. 3. Let's go. 2. Come on. 3 knees. Count it down. 3. 2.
Using the inbox.
Switch it up. 3.
So where's my mail?
Corner knee. We're gonna count.
Any more mail?
Apparently, this guy's the best ever do.
Oh yeah, that's good.
He was
That's good. I'm mad at that.
Oh my God, that was close.
Money. Making money.
Corner knee.
Power up. Power up.
Remember, I normally call it out.
Power up.
Call it out.
Critical mode. Critical mode.
That's gotta hurt. I feel like that does low key. Let's go.
Brenton's down.
4. Don't quit on me. 3. Don't stop on me. 2. Let's go. 3 knees. Count it down.
Don't bring up the pressure.
1.
Wow, that was huge though.
3. That focus on the video. Curl. Did you get some of the movements messed
Okay, I
up?
can buy Bitcoin.
Now,
Buy.
your side leg. Side leg.
We gotta buy as much crypto as we can. Invest for the future.
If I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be a
Oh my
hacker.
God, we're making so much money.
I'll probably be a hacker. Come on. 3 knees. Count it down. I don't know what's 3. 2. 1. Like,
Wait, I crashed.
like a bad speech.
I'm losing my money.
Probably one or the other.
Come on, y'all. Let's work out.
Okay, I need something else. A skywriter?
Let's go.
A voice narrator would be great.
Side leg. I don't look like someone with a degenerative muscle memory. I don't even know what that was.
Now,
Don't say that about people. I watch out. Just generally a rule of thumb for your life.
We never sell. We hodl. We hodl. Michael Fuller told me never to sell. We never sell.
Back, by the way, Barry.
Sell.
let's go. Give me 3 knees.
Right now.
1. Switch it up. 3. 2. Corner knee.
Okay, wait. Hold.
Check it out. I'll react with the heart rate monitor. I'll play some knee.
Hold.
Right now.
Elbow to knee. Leg.
Like
Come on, let's see.
everyone else in the
You're
unbelievable.
supposed to wet the band. I'm not sitting on myself.
Okay, we got voice narrator.
Come on, y'all.
Check it out.
stars in heaven.
Step up a heart rate.
4.
Let's go. With the customers.
For now, knee straddle.
You've got mail.
Corner knee straddle.
It's hard for the heart rate to detect. I have a hole in my chest.
Knee straddle.
On the water slides.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Check out how low my heart rate is.
Oh my god, we're getting so much.
Subway Surfers full screen!
The second thing, it's
Good to go. Okay. Control your breathing. Control your workout.
Oh
Let's
god,
go.
oh my god, I'm getting overwhelmed.
there's the process.
Skyrider, leverage! We have to leverage the bucket! Sell.
You have to wet it. It's not weird. It's not weird. I wash my hands.
Okay, when it goes down, when this one goes down, we make our money.
Working as hard as you astrological account.
It's right exactly you guys!
And receive a complimentary birth chart.
Pull those hands right to the knees.
Check it out.
No matter.
Tell me I'm not an athlete. Look at that heart rate. Tell me I'm not an athlete.
And if you use code
Oh, the power up. You gotta watch out for the power ups, Chad.
What we got next?
It's increasing now because I thought of global issues, not because of squats. I think racism in all forms is wrong.
Oh my
Because
god.
they're popular, I say them so I can
I don't know two or three words. Okay, Olivia matters in the stock market, as I've realized.
It's just going up because I made a really good sandwich.
Come on, y'all.
Okay, when it goes up to
Let's go.
when it goes up to 40K, what do we buy?
Now, cross it over.
Go higher, go higher, go higher, go higher. Go higher, go higher.
Cross it over.
That's not even
Wait for the money. Cross.
Bring it back. Get those arms up. 3 knees. You get those arms up, you can work a little harder. I believe
Okay, we need a million. We need a million. That's all we need is a million.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
You came out of that pool
That
journey with
is a great critical hit. Corner hit. Somebody corner hit. Come on. Critical.
Why do you have your age on screen? Obviously my age wouldn't be increasing so rapidly, or it wouldn't be that high of a number. It wouldn't be that high.
Okay, Subway Surfers wormhole.
Let's go. 3 knees. 3, 2, 1. 3,
Mermaids and mascots.
1. 3, 2, corner knee. Critical.
Dad, you think we'll be friends forever?
5. Come on. 4. Let's go.
Drop a switch pop.
Yes, let's go. 2 times where your leg curls.
Resident sleeper. The chat says, click the button that gives you more stimulation.
All right.
Well, hey, that was really good.
Hey, Max, it's like a real chat. Played Fortnite. I beat this game yesterday. Neal fell off.
Let's watch this
Owls
video
have double
again
the
until he dies.
charisma. Yeah, we need 2 million. We just need 2 million. We just need 2 million.
All right, Chad, let's take a look at this video. I was told to watch it.
We just need 2 million.
Come on, what you say? Ease up. Come on. What you say? Ease up. Come on, come on, come on. What you say? Ease up. It goes step. Corner.
How are you even doing that?
Step.
Okay, we're getting close.
Straddle with
We're getting so close.
Is that like a world record?
Come on, let's go. Come on. Right.
Shut up, Bloodwind!
Corner, knee straddle.
Shut up, Bloodwind!
Corner, knee straddle. Now corner, head. Bring it. Give me 3
I got about a dip. Somebody said there's a dip.
Insane! That's insane!
Sweat with me. Come on. Come on.
Oh, thank God.
Why is your head so
We need 2 million. Palindrome. Buy the dip. These go cheaper. Go cheaper, we're gonna buy big. Yeah, get those knees up. Yeah, I'm working hard. I'm busy. I'm staying busy. I'm staying active. This is how you succeed in a modern day life. You have to split your attention. I'm multitasking while you're single tasking. DVD. Double points. Yes. More.
You can do that on your own.
180.
It just keeps me going. Come on, y'all. 10 more seconds. That means 4 more.
We're almost there. How long? We're almost there.
3. Critical. 2. Critical. Stop. 3. 1 minute on those 3 knees. Come on.
I would do it. I want to say like
2. 1. No, I'm all that freeze.
It's time. Boring! Fucking snoozer. Oh, seriously, can we get the content, please? What the fuck is this beach? Resident Sleeper. Yeah, I thought the game was really fun, but the ending's really boring. Neal.fun. That was really funny. I feel lost now. I feel understimmed. We don't have any like fucking Subway Surfers or anyone feel like they're coming down from a high. Yeah. So this is how Gen Alpha feels every single day of their life. And that's why if you take away the iPad, it hurts. It burns their dopamine receptors out to the fucking core. Seals them to crisps. They're fried. The only problem was all the videos were playing at 1x speed. So I was a little like get to the point, you know? Like Ludwig wasn't reacting hard enough, first of all. The podcast was 1x speed, boring. There was no jangling keys. The food guy could have been way faster. Way more food, way louder. Also, I usually have a Mr. Beast video going on, so it's like, there wasn't that. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to watch it in 2x speed. Just to really enjoy it. So that you don't miss anything. Ludwig drinking pickles killing me. Dude, the Ludwig reaction was really funny. You can beat the game in 35 seconds if you make the window tiny and the DVD's insta-bounce. All right. I mean, cool. It's not... I'm not trying to speedrun it. It's not the point. What else did I want to do today? What else did I want to do? That's the thing. A couple things I want to talk about. Trudeau. We sort of did that. We watched the thing. House? Maybe it's a house day? Is it a house day? No, I don't think so. I don't think I have time. I didn't do a presentation today, and I'd like to work on it more, to be honest. What else can we do? Been wanting to join a house? Play the game again? That's a good idea. Actually, I'm overstimulated. I need to fucking relax. I think we raid. Is Sea-Dog doing something? Commentate Ludwig's league game? Let me just take a look. Let's take a look. Let's watch Ludwig's league for a second, and then maybe we'll rate him. Okay? Let's just see how he's doing. He only got a day left, 2 days left. How much time does he have left? Two days? Season ends in 2 days. Where's he at right now? Come on.
Did he just... Did you hear what Renekton...
Logic Defender, thank you for the raid. Wait, Logic Defender, did you beat it?
Y'all heard that shit, right?
Where's Ludwig at? Let's see. Let's check. He's at gold 4, 0 LP. So if he loses this game, he's demoted back to silver again? Man, he's going to need a generational run. He's going to need a generational run. I don't think it's happening anymore. I believe in his capability to do it, of course.
That was a fucking obvious one.
And I think he's gotten better a lot faster. But now, even if he was plat level, like even if right now he was a plat 4 player, truthfully, I don't know if he gets it in 2 days. What is that win rate? 55%? I don't think he can do it. If only he had a phase made to help. Well, I will say this. Tim sent me this. Tim sent me this, and you should take a look. Okay? The numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I got sent this. He said, Ludwig needs you on the Rift, man. Numbers don't lie. This is a list of everybody Ludwig is duoed with. And the win rate when he duoed with them. I don't know if you notice a difference. I don't know if you notice a difference. I don't know if you notice a certain... That's just Shark and Kobe, baby. That's just Shark and Kobe. That's just the facts. That's just the facts. Stan's got 28%. That's because Stan's chirps, dude. He's a chirper. He's too positive. I'm dead quiet, bro. I'm dead quiet. I just win my lane. Anyway, I'm super happy for him on his run, assuming he doesn't play after this. But I don't think he's gonna get it now. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's possible, right? Oh, whiteboard camp. That's not what I wanted. I guess it's possible if he just generational runs, but 2 days in 5 hours is not. That's like 40 games if you're fucking hustling. How many does he have to win to get from gold 4 to plat? I feel like you have to win like 15 more than you lose, more than like that. 16. He needs 16 more than he loses. That's near damn impossible. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's near damn impossible for a guaranteed plat player. Because you're gonna lose some games. You're not a fucking challenger player. You're gonna carry a few. You need a 71% win rate. You said he needed a 71%? I'm sorry, you said he needs a 71% exactly win rate? Well. All roads lead back to the fizz, I guess. Interesting. Would you rather Tyler 1 call you boosted? Or would you rather him call you not plat at all? You know, that's the question you have to answer yourself. Would you rather call you boosted or would you rather call you gold? Sea-Dog said Fizz sucks. Oh, I don't envy the blind, is all I'll say. There are those that don't have the sight to see truth right in front of their eyes. Oh, you naive fool. That's what he said to me when in the game. Anyway, I do hope he gets it. Would be, if he gets it now, it would be truly epic. If he gets it now, it would actually be a generational YouTube video. But now I just don't think he can get it. I don't think he can get it. I don't think it's possible. Without cheating. I'm like, if he here's the thing. Old Ludwig, I think, would have hired a professional to play on his account at the last second and then made a how I secretly. But I think if he does that now, people will be too mad. I think they'll be too mad. I feel like people got too emotionally invested in this one. That if he does like a goof, they'll get fucking pissed. I'm not kidding. I think it would actually hit our League of Legends, be highly upvoted, and they'd be angry. I think it would cause like actual furiousness. So I don't think he can do it. I think he has to do it authentically, and I don't think that's possible in 2 days. But I'll be watching. I guess the real question is, so let's say tomorrow he's still in the same spot. Let's say he's still gold 4. Does he just quit? Because it's absolutely not possible if he does it, if he's there by tomorrow. Like, when does he give up? If he's not climbing by today, he's gonna have to give up. He's not gonna play it to the last moment, right? Or is he? If he's still farting out a gold 3 game at an hour left, that's play it till 0-0. I guess it's better content, but he'll do it as long as it gets viewers. He played Suika game for fucking 9 months, it felt like. As long as he gets viewers, he will play it, fucking tell it. Doesn't exist. Suiko is more entertaining. You guys are brain rotted. Yeah, you're brain rotted. Okay, I'm generally playing the simulation game and having fun. Yeah, it was fun. I actually think that simulation game was a work of art. It was obviously making a point. I thought that was a great little mini game, and it had a good ending. My only worry was that there was no ending, and then it was like, all right, well, this is gonna eventually, I'm just gonna have to fucking quit. But it had an ending. It was like it was great. It was awesome. That was a really fun fucking concept. Do you have plans to play Marvel Rivals? I will never play Marvel Rivals on stream, likely, or maybe ever. However, I do love the game for one reason. It has truly killed Overwatch. And I think that's based. I think that's really funny. And so I understand why I think now I'm a Marvel's supporter. I'm going to talk about this too in my presentation, so I don't want to spoil it. But since everyone's here, just want to make a clip out of this, Adish. I sincerely believe that Marvel Rivals is the type of live service game that makes other companies trying to do it give up. I sincerely think companies are like, hey, I'm going to spend another $50, $100 million on a live service game. Look at Marvel Rivals and they go, oh, this is stupid. I should save my money. I can't compete with that. They have a bigger license and more money and better distribution. And I actually think that's good for the industry. I think it's good for the industry because everyone's going to stop trying to make fucking big ass live service games. And they're going to make fucking better single player one-off. I legitimately think Marvel Rivals is actually a beacon of like, stay away. You can't fuck with us, little bro. Concord can still do it. They can bring it back. Anyway, chat, I'm gonna end. I went live at 8:45. I'm sorry, 5:45. A little 3 hours. I really want to finish this. I did 40 good slides today. I think I can do another 10. I want this to be done and ready to go and live this week. That's what I want. I want to present this week, and I can do it. I worked my ass off today. I can keep doing it. I'm gonna go to bed. Once this is done, it'll be smooth sailing. Plenty of time for house. But right now, I'm on a fucking. I'm cooking. So thank you for watching. Fun day. Hope you enjoyed. Sevens. See you tomorrow. I am not skipping any days. I've decided, even if I'm behind on a presentation or whatever, I'm just going to go live, same time, do a stream, go to bed, same time, good sleep, and just work during the day. That's it. And it's much better. This is a much better system. I did it today. I slept. Oh, dude, wait. One more thing. One more fucking thing. So I have a sleep tracker, right? It gives you a score, 0 to 100 based on your sleep. For the first time in 4 years, I got a 100. I got my first 100 sleep score. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. I went to bed on time. I fell asleep quickly because I didn't use my phone in bed. I woke up on time. I got out of bed within 10 minutes. That shit was gas. So I'm trying to stick to it and just work. And I think you're going to like this presentation. I'm going to keep working on it. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to raid Lud. Let's give Lud some love. Cheer him on. Which one do you use? I use 8 Sleep, but it's a mattress topper. Oh, let's get a delay. We shouldn't even have rated him, but whatever. Give him some love. Bye.